What you mean?
I mean, we can move it.
What you mean?
Because you make it look like I'm the one that's drinking everything.
Yeah.
Like you the alcoholic.
Right. Yeah.
Like you the alcoholic.
Put the liquor over here by me.
We just want to make sure you got what you need if you need it.
All right, let me go to Facebook and make these things public.
I want to get to know you.
I like this version of it. It's just instrumental. Someone made themselves called DJ Grumble.
I don't know DJ Grumble. He's not my homie.
Like, you say you know him personally?
No, I say I don't know DJ Grumble. He's not my homie.
Edit privacy. Like last year, one of my goals was to listen to more instrumental music without the hip, like all the lyrics.
Right.
And so DJ Grumble is one of the ones that it's just good instrumentals. And so he's one of my favorite artists now.
he does like he redoes instrumentals.
He makes his own instrumentals,
His own version of
but sometimes he'll add like stuff that we know, and so cause sometimes like the lyrics to songs can be a little too much sometimes. Yeah. So
I just had one more thing. We can talk about it at some point. I just saw something.
What's going on, y'all? To Motherheads who are in here a little early. Y'all know what we do, man. We're gonna give people about 5 minutes to come on in here and get ready to talk about this petty shit. Let's get some shares out here. Let me get these shares out.
I love music like this.
Yeah, so such a vibe, man.
Yeah, just like that's a nice little tone.
I like this one too, right here.
What's up in the comments? Somebody's here to hear from the beautiful Ebony.
What happened?
I said somebody's here to hear from the beautiful Ebony.
Hi, whoever you are.
So Facebook users, if you
that?
want us to be able to see your name, your actual name, you have to click the StreamYard link in the post that grants them access to be able to see your name. Otherwise, you would just show up to us as Facebook user.
Oh.
So if you're going to say, if you don't want to do that, at least put your name next to your comment, please. That way we know who we are talking to.
And who wants to hear from the beautiful Ebony? I want to know. I want to know where to go with it.
Now that I know how to hit repeat one song.
Look at you. You done leveled up.
I leveled up. I didn't level up. Leveled up. The struggle is less.
The struggle is less.
Okay.
That's what life is about, right?
Should have did my meditation before I came in here.
Meditation.
Mm-hmm.
You should have meditated. You can meditate during the
bring
intro.
my shoulders down away from my ears. Take a deep breath in.
Oh, I should go onto that post and let people know that we're live now.
Which one, on Facebook?
Yeah, the one that had all the comments.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, I'm about to sit. This is okay, right? Can you still hear me good?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That Bacardi's a little strong.
I said we're live now, petty ass people. That Bacardi is strong.
It's a little strong.
I'm sure it's nasty with that Diet Coke you mix.
Oh, come on.
No sugar, no calories.
Right? We don't need sugar and calories.
That's true. I mean, we don't need it.
Bacardi Black, huh?
I love that our color looks so good. Not our color personally, but I mean, like the color on the video,
phone?
on the phone in general.
Why don't I see it on my phone, on my computer?
Did you go to Facebook?
Yeah. Now where should I be looking?
I mean, if you go to my page, you'll see it on my page, then you can share it to your page. Actually, let me tag you in. I'll just tag you.
Hello.
I'll pin it and then I'll just tag you.
Oh, the one that says live. Okay, I got it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
The struggle.
Be quiet.
And then I'm gonna put my. That's a vibe though. Listen to that song.
This is good.
It's just a.
So when I used to live in Atlanta, we used to have like wind down Wednesdays, and I used to work at City Hall, and we would the city of Atlanta. So we would like take our lawn chairs and we'd just be out on the park, and it'd be this kind of jazz vibe, like almost every Wednesday.
That's nice.
It was so good.
Yeah,
That's
I like it. Atlanta's a cool city.
Yeah, I love Atlanta.
You just say that because you felt so super black when you went there.
Man, listen.
This man came back drinking Hennessy, smoking Black and Miles. Like
Not quite.
My guy.
That's funny.
So can I post the same link on Twitter?
Sure, absolutely you can.
But it will take them back to Facebook.
We're actually live on Twitter as well, but yeah, you can post it on
But
Twitter.
how do I show the Twitter one? Why don't I know how to do this already? I'm sorry.
No,
All
you're
right.
fine. I actually never go to the 21, so
Oh, we can see your name, Justin.
Yeah.
Yep. Justin Ben gave access. Gave all his privacy up.
yeah.
Just gonna be on the pod next month.
Hey man,
Come on
let's
in the
do it
room.
live, bro.
Let's do it.
Let me hit quiet on that.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Gotta remember
Ready,
the introduction.
Go.
Take a seat and put your feet up. We gon' meet up. Sit with me and sip some tea with Remy Mulatto. Give me bottles of Hennessy and Moscato. They had enough already, but there's plenty to follow. I stay poetic, but Jay Noetic, remaining effective. Conversation getting heavy, staying respected, playing the record, maintaining collective. Saying what you think, it ain't no place for rejection. I claim it, I meant it. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. So tell me what you think. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think. It's mostly everybody talking honestly over drinks. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think.
Welcome to a Method Podcast. I'm Jay Noetic.
I'm Remy Mulatto.
I'm Ebony Fire.
This season, there's shit on our minds,
Shit to talk.
And shit that needs to be said.
and the best way to talk that shit
Is to have mostly everybody
talking honestly
over drinks.
And that's what we call a motherfucking method. I got it right on time. Hey,
I
man.
like it. That's good energy today. I like
Friendly
it.
reminder, if you're watching this method session on Spotify or YouTube, remember to hit that subscribe button and that notification button so that you can be notified when we drop a new motherfucking episode. If you're watching this in real time, hey, man, hit that like button, hit that
Appreciate
share button.
Appreciate you.
But more importantly, make sure you interact with us throughout the show.
Yeah, man.
Makes it more fun.
Method mood, man. Method mood. Bad mood, good mood, great mood. How y'all feeling? Y'all can answer this in the comments as well. How are y'all feeling this week?
How you feeling?
I actually feel I
Sorry.
feel good. I feel a lot better than I did last week.
Better than last week?
I
Last
do.
week you was like, it's just so.
Yes.
What changed? Just the work vibe changed?
No. I told you this a little bit earlier, but the reason why I'm in a good mood is because something not so good happened to somebody that I don't really like.
So she already started with the petty shit, y'all.
Already petty.
Already petty. Ebony petty. No more Ebony Fire.
She
Ebony
just likes
petty.
to see the ops fall. That's all it is.
I'm with it, man. Sometimes it's like,
But
it's good.
you know, sometimes it cheers up your mood, and that's all I need. So
Was that someone? Was that someone work related or personal related?
it was
Yeah, where's the
someone that it was. I want to keep my job.
Okay, then we gonna leave it right there. We're gonna leave it right
Moving
there.
on.
Leave it right there. We just glad that you are feeling better
Yes, I'm in
this
a better
week.
mood. Yeah.
Mr. Mulatto, man, you should be getting a great mood because
I
you just had a birthday. So we want to say happy belated birthday.
Happy belated
And
birthday.
you know we're gonna sing happy birthday to you right now. We're gonna do this,
Okay.
we're gonna do Stevie Wonder birthday.
Okay.
All right,
Happy
I'll pour the shots while y'all
birthday
singing.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday
My church
to
clap.
you.
Hey, happy birthday.
Amazing.
I
Happy
appreciate it.
birthday.
How young did you turn, bro?
Man, we ain't gotta talk about
No,
it.
we're gonna talk about it because I'm 42. So.
Yeah, I'm as old as I am. Let's just say I'm not 40 yet.
Okay.
But I'm
very
almost
close. Very
Is next
close.
year the big 4-0?
there. Oh, I'm almost there. I'm on the edge, baby.
Is next year the big 4-0?
Hell yeah, man.
So we got to do something big. So Remy was supposed to be in DC this past
I
weekend,
supposed to be in
and
DC.
he did not go to DC.
Speaking of method mood,
Oh, you didn't go to DC.
You did not go
I got
there.
notes about Method Mood. That's how how Method Mood my shit is.
Well,
Well,
talk
then
to us.
talk to us.
He don't do notes, y'all.
Yeah,
I don't do
no
notes.
notes.
Listen,
No notes.
I've been struggling all week because I don't know, something about the weekend falling through and just being ridiculous, and then that kind of just flowing into everything else. Other shit happening. I went to go see a movie at one of those like recliner
Movie theaters.
Uh-huh.
What you gonna do to me?
That's what
What
I'm
you gonna do
doing.
to me while I'm talking about?
My bad.
this motherfucker. So I went to see Super Mario Brothers, and they got the recliners or whatever.
Yeah.
And my chair didn't work.
Oh,
Just my chair.
You got the,
Everybody I was with, they chair worked.
you got the
My
broken-
chair didn't
broke
work.
ass.
Oh.
Where'd you go? Side Bistro?
Did you move? Did you
nah,
move?
I can't remember where we went.
So you stayed in the
Somewhere in
broken
downtown
chair?
St. Pete. Yeah, I stayed.
Oh,
there.
you went to Sundial.
I stayed there. 'Cause I didn't want to move. I liked where I was at.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be nowhere else. Otherwise, I'd have had to sit like away
So
from
you
my
had to sit
people.
straight up the whole time? You couldn't even recline?
Yeah, I couldn't recline. So
Damn.
that's just one of
That
many
sucks.
things that has happened within my birthday week. My birthday was on Monday, and it's like the 12th, and shit is still getting weird. But
Mm,
Okay.
I'm feeling much better today. So we'll see how it
Yay.
That's good.
goes. So let's do these motherfucking shots. Can
That's okay.
I do a
Let's do
birthday
it.
shot?
Crown.
Now listen, when I came in, which I don't know off camera, when I came into this lovely abode, he was like, "Yeah, I want to do shots later on in the podcast.
I
Give
did
me
that.
a minute to warm up." Now here we are, 2
I did
minutes
that.
in. Let's do it, man.
I'm ready.
Happy birthday to you, bro.
Happy birthday
May you
to
have
me.
many,
Happy
many
birthday,
more,
Remy.
man.
Hey.
Salute.
Oh my God.
I hope y'all doing a shot for me too.
Shout
damn
out to
it.
Crown's not bad though. I like Crown.
And
Oh my
thanks to
goodness.
everybody who
Oh.
hit me up, told me happy birthday. I appreciate all of that shit. I just,
Holy cow.
I just didn't have much to say over the last couple of days because I was being petty.
It be like that sometimes,
Oh my
man.
Be
God,
like
I have
that.
goosebumps.
So I'm having a great mood.
You don't like it?
I just don't take shots that much
All
anymore.
right, all right. It was a hell
It
of a
wasn't,
shot.
it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't so bad.
I
But
kept it like
it was
I
okay.
don't be shooting like that anyway.
Man, so my mood is great.
Okay, talk to
You
us.
know why my mood is great? Because I am going to Puerto Rico.
Oh!
Puerto Rico tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Cannot
tomorrow
wait
morning.
tomorrow morning. And I have not packed shit.
Oh, sir.
This
Living
motherfucker's
on the
supposed to be packing
motherfucking
right
edge.
now.
Living on the edge.
What time's your flight?
He's checked in for his flight.
6:45 a.m. So
You
I'm,
haven't packed anything.
I'm gonna go home tonight after the podcast.
Did you
and
pick
pack.
your seat?
You're
You
tripping.
don't
put-
pick your seat, do you?
Man, I should have. They put me in 29D.
They gonna do that. They gonna do that to you. They like the
Worse.
back of the plane, and he black. Yeah, back of the plane.
Have you ever been to Puerto Rico? I know you've probably been to Puerto Rico.
I
You're
have.
a world traveler.
Yeah.
I've never been to Puerto Rico. I've been to other places, but
Had a lot
I
of
haven't been
fun
to
in
Puerto
Puerto
Rico.
Rico.
So one of my goals this year was to travel to places closer to home
Mm-hmm.
that I hadn't been. And so I've never been to Puerto Rico. I've never been to Mexico. And so I booked a Puerto Rico trip for this month, and then next month I'm going to Mexico.
Okay, go do some things
So,
then.
yeah, so it's been a good week. You know, these tickets are kind of cheap. Like my Puerto Rico trip was like 180 round trip, so
Okay.
pretty cheap.
We have another birthday in the chat. Claudine wants us to do another shot. Not right now, Claudine. maybe later. The next one will be dedicated to you.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
But we appreciate we appreciate all the method.
Everybody
moves,
gotta
Happy
work
man.
it out.
birthday, Claudine. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday for sure. I think it's time for us to get into what we call a method movie. Y'all know what that sound clip was from? It's
It's a
old,
game
it's
show.
an old game show.
Um,
I think it was called the
million,
Pyramid.
Yeah,
The
the
Pyramid.
$1 million pyramid.
Oh, that's what that's from?
Yes, from like
Pyramid,
1980,
I don't remember.
80
Pyramid.
something.
You
I
know,
don't
it's like a word pyramid thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, never mind.
All right. So last week, man, Ebony Fire showed me that she
Killed it.
can kill shit when she wants to. I thought I was going to do something with that Pretty Woman one. She knew it within a couple of seconds.
Didn't even.
So we're going to try again this week. So method movie, I'm going to play a sound clip for the table and for you method heads. Y'all need to know it, try to guess it before them, and they need to guess it before one another. Of course, if you're watching this on Spotify or on your YouTube, you are seeing the actual video and post edits. All right, I'm going to change my position,
Okay.
and I'm going to go over here. Let me make sure this is turned up. Pull it into my tricks in my bags. What movie
Mm-hmm.
is this?
Sir, this is an EAM pertaining to nuclear missile.
No, Mr. Hunter, that's a message fragment.
I already know who
Because
that
it got
actor
cut
is.
off during the attack, so the message can mean anything. It can be a message to a board. It can be a message.
It could be a fake Russian
That's
translation.
Denzel.
That's
That's exactly
Denzel
why we need to confirm, sir. All I'm asking for is the time we need to get back online.
Calm down, Mr. Hunter.
I am calm.
I don't remember him being in a movie like this, though.
Missile systems ready to launch in 4 minutes. Step aside, Steve. Yes, sir.
Sounds like a war movie.
Hunt
Is
for
it-
Red October.
Good guess, but no.
We have orders in hand.
He said it too. Somebody said
Those
Crimson
orders will
Tide.
bring
Is that
up the
right?
launch.
It is correct.
Oh,
Crimson
good job,
Tide.
Ed.
Crimson Tide.
I thought it was Hunt for Red October too,
They
Justin.
go Ed back to take the crown.
Good job, Ed.
So
There's no
funny you
orders.
said Hunt for Red October. It's one of my favorite movies.
Is he in it?
No.
Oh, he's not.
So Hunt for Red October is actually what's the British guy that passed away? Sean Connery.
Oh, okay.
Which was an amazing movie, by the way. But this is Crimson Tide,
Mm-hmm.
Denzel Washington, and Gene Hackman. This came out in 1995.
Ooh,
Have you seen the movie, and what were your thoughts on the movie?
if I saw it way back then.
Way back then, I thought it was an amazing movie. One of my favorite. Well,
Like, did you like rewatch that when you?
a few times.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I mean, obviously when it came out in 95, I wasn't very old, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even then I loved it. And every time I go back and watch it, it's interesting seeing the young Denzel.
He's fine. I just saw the
Yeah,
clip right there.
Right?
He's fine. He looked good.
Young Denzel,
Yeah.
you know? So,
Yep.
um,
Damn it, I lost.
that's all
Yeah,
right.
I haven't seen many movies of Denzel's before the like 2000.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Damn.
you never
'Cause I
want,
was
and you never
in
want to
high
go back and
school.
watch it as an adult? You don't have the desire to?
I do. I think I went back and watched
Have
where
you
he's
seen
like
The
a
Bone
hostage
Collector?
negotiator. I've seen
Bone
that.
Collector was
Okay, it was
good.
good, right? That's
about
one
where
of
I
my
started.
favorites.
That's about where I started with
Hostage
Denzel.
Negotiator. It was with Paula Patton.
Yes.
What was the
I'm
movie
not
where he was a
sure.
hostage negotiator with? I think it was with Paula Patton.
So
Wasn't
you
it?
think about it, Denzel's gonna go down probably one of the greatest actors of all time. And so
Mhm.
to not see some of his work from the early 90s,
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I just don't know
Because
about
he
it.
has definitely evolved.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I just don't know
For
what I
sure.
haven't seen. What's good like from his
So,
history or
is
whatever.
it Philadelphia, the one with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
That was good.
Philadelphia
I
was
feel like
great.
he's in Philadelphia.
He's done so many different type of movies. And Gene Hackman was a pretty good actor as well. So
Who the
this
fuck is that?
who Gene Hackman?
Yeah, what else he been in?
He always played a bad guy.
It sound,
Like he
the
always
name
played a
sounds
bad
familiar, but
guy.
I can't place it.
Yeah. So the budget was $53 million. How
Mhm.
much do you think it made? The budget was $53 million.
53 million. How much did it make in
1995. Budget was $53 million. How much do you think it made?
300 million.
Wow, you up there.
I'm gonna say
Going big.
I'm gonna say 200.
They made $91 million.
Shit,
They
really?
barely broke.
$1.
That
You
explains
should
why.
say $1.
So was it a good movie?
It was a good movie.
It was
I
good.
think everyone. I don't know if it's better than Hunt for the Red October, because Sean Connery was just amazing
I
to
love
me.
Sean Connery.
You know, but yeah.
Oh, this is what Ed is saying. He's the first Lex Luthor opposite of Chris
Chris
Reeves.
Reeves.
I
Gene
showed him the
Hackman?
picture and he didn't even,
He
he
didn't
still
know.
didn't know. No.
All of y'all that's coming in now, man. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the comment button. All right, so
Fallen. Is
Fallen
Fallen,
was great. That was Denzel
Yeah,
Washington.
that's a good
is
movie.
Fallen the one that I was talking about with
No, that's with John Goodman.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a.
What movie?
I know what you're talking about.
What movie won? What movie do you think won Film of the Year in 1995? I'm gonna give you a hint.
okay.
Lieutenant Dan was a character in the movie.
Forrest Gump.
Shit.
Yes, Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Forrest Gump was the #1 movie in 1995.
Bubba Gump Shrimp.
What song and what was the #1 song in 1995?
Ooh.
The hint is
Okay.
the hip hop artist recently passed away.
DMX.
Nope. I'm gonna play a quick sound clip.
Okay. We're gonna get it.
So we don't
So we don't get in trouble.
muted, and
All right.
two,
Quick clip.
so that you can just hear a little piece.
Quick clip. Y'all don't snitch.
Oh, Gangsta's Paradise. That was CeeLo, Coolio.
Coolio.
CeeLo, what the fuck?
CeeLo. Yep. So Coolio, that was the #1 song in 1995. I remember that movie. You remember that movie?
Yeah, Dangerous Minds.
Dangerous
Yeah,
Minds.
yeah, I know that
You
one.
probably haven't seen that, have you, Remy?
I haven't seen the movie. I know about it though. Like,
What
I'm
were you
very
doing in
familiar.
Detroit, man?
Damn, you
it's
ain't watch
like-
Playing video
95, I
games.
was like 9. I was like 11.
True.
I know,
True,
but like you,
true,
like
true.
even
Yeah, I
as
was
an
definitely playing video games.
True.
but like as an adult, like I went back and watched some movies.
Oh, for sure. I go back and watch all the classics.
But I
For
also
sure.
did
How
black
far
film
back,
in
though?
college. But I did a black film studies in
Oh,
college.
that's different.
Yeah.
Come on, don't stun on me like
I
that.
mean, yeah.
I go back and watch old movies all the time.
So
As a black film
let me
study.
give-
I did. I
let me
did black
give,
film
let me give
studies.
Ed Harris. Let me give Ed Harris who's watching on YouTube.
He's getting an air horn?
No, I'm giving him applause. Gotta appreciate the
Oh, congratulations. Ed.
congratulations. All right, man. Let's go ahead and keep the thing moving. We got an awesome, funny ass topic to get into. Let's get into what we call Method Weekly.
I'm ready to be intro. This is when the camera zooms in close, you know?
We got to work on that.
Yeah, this is when you come in close. You got to do a close zoom in.
I feel like the Method Weekly is like all part of that skit they do on Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
What they call it?
I
When
don't
they,
know.
when they do like lose.
Oh, fuck. Ed knows.
Yeah, whatever that is.
It's
Yeah,
not
and
part of
put it in
that.
the comments.
That's like the only reason he still watches.
Ebony,
this.
what are we talking about this week, man?
Okay, so you want to go high or low first?
Yes, you choose whatever you want to do.
It's your birthday week. You want to go high or low first?
When they go low.
We go high.
We
Or
scrub the
something
ground.
like that.
And since we doing petty, we'll go high first.
We're gonna go
end
high
it on
first.
the low and ease right into the topic.
Okay, all right. So the high is, I have to give a little bit of a backstory.
Okay.
So back in March, this starts a little bit low, but then it gets high.
Mm.
So back in March in Tennessee, there was a shooting at Covenant School in Nashville, Tennessee, and I think 9 people were murdered. And after that, there's some protests on the House floor in Tennessee, and there were 3 representatives from the Tennessee House: Gloria Johnson, Justin Pearson, and Justin Jones.
Mhm.
And they were protesting with their constituents on the House floor using bullhorns and all types of other things. And they were immediately removed from the House, and there was a vote taken to expel them from their
Which is crazy.
representative seats.
Crazy.
They did it immediately. So this is Gloria Johnson is a white woman. They're
Mhm.
all Democrats. Justin Pearson and Justin Jones are both young black men, first time in Congress. So the 2 of them were voted out. Gloria missed hers by like 1 vote, so she was able to stay
On
in.
purpose, I'm sure.
Of course, there's like, you vote the 2 young black guys out and the white woman gets to stay. Like you
Mhm.
can't deny the connection, like the racial,
100%.
you just can't deny it.
100%.
Something's fishy.
Right. Something is not clean. So they were like, yeah, y'all could do that, but we're actually not leaving. So they continue to work. And so basically is the county that they represent that sends in their county government can vote to send them back.
Mm.
And so earlier this week, Justin Pearson was sent back. And then today, Justin Jones was sent back. So both of them were reinstated.
They reinstated. That deserves
That's deserves a hand clap.
definitely a hand clap for sure. I was concerned that they would not be able to get back into.
Yeah. I didn't
those
know how they would get
positions.
back in,
So,
right? But they were voted back by
Thank God for those laws that exist.
the checks and
The
balances,
checks
right?
and balances, which is
Yep.
if we don't have those checks and balances, these motherfucking Republicans
Yep,
will do whatever they can to keep the odds in their favor.
right. So it was just really like, it's been like interesting kind of following the story up and down, like how they got expelled, how they were able to do it, and then their local, I think it was Memphis. Justin represents Memphis. Justin Jones represents Memphis. I want to say.
I should know this. I don't. Which one is the one with the afro?
I think that's Jones. That's the one who's got reinstated today. No, that's Pearson. Sorry.
Pearson.
Yeah, Pearson is the one with the afro that wears the dashikis.
Let me
and all
tell
that.
you something.
Yeah.
That brother is powerful.
He is. You hear him speak?
Yes.
Yes.
He gives.
He give you like the goosebumps.
He
like,
give me the. I don't know if he's more Martin Luther King or more Malcolm X, but I feel like it's more Martin Luther King.
I like to hear it. You got a clip?
I don't have a clip. But he was speaking in the Congress talking about what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to the brother. I was like, oh. And what's crazy is these Tennessee people actually did him a favor because they gave him a way bigger platform than he would. No one had ever heard of this brother before, other than the people in Tennessee who voted him.
Mhm.
Now the whole nation is aware of him and put him on the map. Both of these brothers, right?
Yeah.
And so I just, it's
really cool. I just sent you a clip. I haven't vetted that. I haven't listened to this one, but I don't think that, he's just dynamic. I sent it to both of you guys, but so that was really good news. I was very, very happy to hear, and like the way that he speaks, the powerfulness of what he speaks. He sounds smart. You know what I mean? Like he went to Fisk. I want to say he went to Fisk too. So shout out to the HBCUs. Anybody who went to HBCU in the house. So anyway, I just was really happy to see that. And that just happened today, the Pearson's reinstatement today. So we got Tennessee is not going to go quietly. So let me move on.
Because that's typically a red state, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And with pockets of Memphis, it can vote blue, right? But, it just depends.
Yeah.
So very happy to hear that.
That's definitely good news. I actually did not know that. So you actually gave me some breaking news that I was not aware of.
You know what I'm saying? That's
So
what
that's
I'm here
good.
for.
That's what you're here for.
That's why I'm here.
The light skinned table is here for that. So that's what we're here
The light
for.
skinned
What?
table.
We got to do what we got to do. What's the second thing you want to talk about?
The second thing I want to talk about is not something that I actually want to talk about, but it is news and people are talking about it. So we're going to talk about it.
It was so weird as fuck.
It's very weird and it's triggering. But earlier this week, or was it earlier this week or was it last week? Either way, within the last week, since the last time we met, the Dalai Lama is in the news because of this incident that he had with one young man. Boy looked like he was probably 7 or so years old.
Yeah.
And he was talking to him. They had this moment where they pressed their heads together, which there's symbolism there, like no issue there. And I guess he had told him to give him a kiss. And then he stuck out his tongue and he said, "Suck my tongue."
He said, "Suck my tongue, bro."
Suck my tongue.
Come on, what? Listen, I think everyone knows for a while that the Catholic Church has always been one that molest children,
Popular.
right?
Yeah, they're
popular.
They're known for their indiscretions. Yes.
I think it's very surprising because the Dalai Lama is Buddhist, and you almost never hear of any kind of situation where it seems like it may be some child molestation going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely a little disappointed.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yep.
As someone who is a huge spiritual person and often follows a lot of Buddhism philosophies on life, to have one of the highest regard, quote unquote, do something like that, it's kind of disturbing.
It is. And there's a woman that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Susanna Barkataki, and she is a activist, yoga teacher, and a writer who studies power and liberation. And she's an Indian, I think she's Indian woman. And one of the things I follow her for, I practice yoga. I'm actually a yoga teacher. I guess you could say I don't teach, but I am able to teach. But anyway, so I follow her because
put that quote up, Daphne's. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, but she talks a lot. She talks a lot about decolonizing yoga, etc. So anyway, I just wanted to read something that she had put on her page. So she says, exploitation, abuse of children, and overriding consent is always a part of culture of power and control. Why? Because in dominator culture, children lack structural power and are often the first to be targeted and oppressed. And then I'm going to skip down a little bit further. So sexual violence misuses sex, sexual acts, and sexuality to exert power over others, to control, intimidate, and violate. Sexual violence can be public and is often about power and control. A child can never consent to sexual acts with an adult or teacher. And then this is the part that you were just kind of mentioning. So guru and tulku culture elevates the individual because of their spiritual position, but creates the rampant conditions where abuse are present.
For sure.
And so that's one of the things that, we deify humans,
which we should not.
But he's got a better connection than I do, so I
right?
need to follow
He's
this
closer
motherfucker.
to the spirit realm and all of these other things. And I think
Yeah.
that where we end up running into trouble is that, right? there are things that humans say that I agree with and that I align with, and then there's some people who do really fucked up shit that I'm gonna be very disappointed about, and this is absolutely one of them. It's really, 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 and then it's really hard. So anyway, we had to bring it up. We had to talk about it, but
I mean, it's important, like you said, it's important to remember that people are human, and we should never put anyone on a soapbox, right, or any or pedestal because they're gonna fuck up and make mistakes. I didn't really care for his statement though.
the apology.
The apology was kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
it was bad.
And I don't know who wrote it for him. I don't think he wrote it.
No.
It said a video clip has been circulating that shows a recent meeting when a young boy asked His Holiness the Dalai Lama if he could give him a hug. His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident. You don't ask nobody to suck your tongue.
I don't know how that's playful. I don't know how in any way, shape, or form asking a child or any person to suck your tongue is.
I mean, I might ask a few women to suck my tongue. You know, like I didn't.
That's because you nasty.
I'm nasty like that. Like, girl, suck. No, I actually don't like I do not like tongue kissing.
You don't like tongue kissing?
I don't. I like kissing, but not tongue kissing. Like, why your tongue all in my throat?
Okay.
I'm just. All right. Well, Remy, got any thoughts?
Obviously, we're getting real petty
very early.
It's time to get petty. Yeah. I mean, great two topics.
Yeah.
As always, Method Head, let us know your thoughts on the Tennessee Congress and what they did, and the Dalai Lama and his situation. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
All right.
And
y'all ready to get petty?
Let's get petty.
All right, let's go.
This week, y'all, Method Heads, we are talking about some petty ass shit. Everything petty, all things petty. We just gonna talk about it, have some fun. We want to know all your petty comments, and at some point in this show, we are going to go to audio comments on my Facebook page that y'all interacted with earlier today and talk about all the petty reasons y'all broke up with someone or didn't date someone. Where should we start with the petty shit?
Can I read the definition of petty?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Okay. The definition of petty, according to Google: of little importance, semicolon, trivial. And the second definition is of secondary or lesser importance, rank or scale, minor.
See, I don't actually like that definition at all.
That's not what we're talking
It has
about.
nothing to do. I
That's
mean,
not
when
what
I looked it up earlier,
we're talking about bad behavior.
Bad behavior.
Like light bad behavior. Like nobody's gonna get hurt, but like I'm probably irritate some people with this shit because you know. So
I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Well.
So let's talk about it.
Okay, so petty is when this is according to Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary, where we go for the truth.
Yes. So according to Urban Dictionary, petty is when you make a fucking big deal over small shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what they say. Let's see what
All
else.
right.
Petty is being childish over little things.
Okay.
Petty is when someone overreacts over little things.
So what do y'all call petty? What is petty to y'all?
Petty is like when you have that moment where you're like, I could if I wanted to, and then you just do it. Like instead of going against your better judgment and not doing the thing that you could do, if you want, I could
take the high road, but I'm actually not going to.
Like some stupid shit. Like I'm a
option A, option
I'm
B.
park the car up the street. Now she got to walk to the car to get it or some bullshit. Just like you could be nice and you choose, you
choose violence.
Yeah, you choose violence.
What do you consider petty?
I'm trying to think of the two examples that like. I think the whole like making a big deal out of little shit or letting a little thing bother you in a big way, right? Like letting a little thing bother you in so much of a big way that you decide that you want to end a relationship or end a friendship or stop dealing with a person or whatever, right? Like you let a little thing be a big thing and make a big deal out of it. I was trying to think of the other one. It's like when you intentionally do something that you know is going to be inconvenient
Yeah.
or harmful to someone else, and you really don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I think
giving a fuck is not giving a fuck is a big part of being petty.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think like petty is this long spectrum.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of shit in there that could be petty for everyone, and like a different definition. I think about petty like being someone, pissed me off, so I'm gonna be petty back towards them. Or someone says something smart to me, I'm gonna say something back smart to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you both being petty. But I think you also can just be like, I'm in a petty ass mood, I'm gonna start some shit.
Right.
Sometimes you just like, I want to ruffle some feathers.
Some feathers.
I want to stir the.
I'm just going to stir the pot. I'm just going to
Yeah.
go low for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a
Wait,
reason.
where's Justin? Justin is the king of petty. Where's the common
Yeah, he
hat?
definitely did.
Where's his definition of petty? Because I know he got one. Oh, here we go.
That petty is also doing something to aggregate someone in a situation simply because you can or want to. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
I could see petty being like, okay, say for example, you're in a relationship, right? And the person that you're dating chooses not to do your love language. Let's say your love language is acts of service,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this word of affirmation.
Yeah.
But they do something to piss you off. So you're like, you know what? I ain't gonna give them no motherfucking words of affirmation. She's gonna look bad as fuck. I ain't gonna say shit. I'm just gonna look at you. It's gonna ruffle her feathers. You know what I mean? So
yes.
yeah.
So somebody said today's why the two Justins talk like old Southern preachers.
That is true though.
Because that's what gets the people going.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that style either you like it or you hate it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
I like it, and is it pandering though? That's not going down
No,
the road.
it
That's not
depends
going
on
down
it depends on if they were raised that way.
True.
If they were like raised uptown with a bunch of white people and then they come in trying to sound like Martin Luther
Right.
King, it's very different.
Is it genuine?
Whatever you raised by your
Yeah.
Like, if that's
grandma.
who you are, you
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah. Is it genuine? Is it authentic? Because I felt like he sounded like the one, the Afro Pearson, sounded like a Southern Baptist church.
It
So yeah,
sounded
to your
extra.
point, that is definitely today's petty. When is it okay to be petty? In your
Whenever the
opinion?
fuck you feel like it.
Oh, whenever you
Whoa.
want.
Slow down. Slow down. Anytime, all the time.
I feel like if I'm in the mood to be petty, it's fine.
Whoa.
Anytime. Wow.
If you have genuinely been offended, I think you have a right to be petty. Like if you've been offended and you kind of made it known that you're offended and nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
All right, we getting dirty then. I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm gonna do what I want to do then.
I feel like
Somebody said they agree with me.
I feel like if you feel like you can be petty whenever you want, then I feel like you also
Anytime.
have to be able to be ready for all the repercussions that come from you being petty. anytime you
No, I
want.
mean, but do you though? I mean,
for sure.
The thing is, you
When
have the
you-
right to do it. No one's saying that I'm going to do it every single time. I'm not a particularly petty person. I don't think. And
Yeah.
according to the quiz, I'm not.
see,
The people who be petty all the time don't like it when you petty back to them.
listen, with great petty comes great responsibility.
Now they're the victim. Now they're the victim. When you be petty back, now they're the victim.
But we need to level set on the level of petty
Okay.
at the table.
Let's
So
do
we
it.
took a quiz,
We did.
Oh yeah, we did.
and
Hold on. Who do we think is the most petty?
I think Remy's the most petty.
Method heads. Who do y'all think is the most
Hold up.
petty
Who do y'all
at
think
this
is the-
table? We
I
did
will-
a quiz.
I will knock all this shit off.
Who do
I already
y'all
know where
think
this
is
is
the
going.
most petty?
I think it's Remy.
I think it's Remy
Jay?
too. I think it's Remy
How-
too.
I think.
Oh, good.
Hey, I'm with Cassandra. Let's do this.
Casamigo said to Ebony.
I don't know, but I
That's
feel like
you,
Jay
that's
is kind of
funny.
petty.
Look at Justin. How
Wow.
I feel.
So here's my
I
thing.
think
I think it's Jay.
So here's
I'm
my
gonna go
thing.
with the
think it's
curveball.
Jay?
I think it's Jay.
Here's the thing. I am not.
Daphne said
I'm
Jay.
not very petty.
Yeah.
But if you bring that shit out of me, what I always say, I got time
I got time
Today.
today.
If I say them words to you, you best to exit post left because I'm about to go in on the pettiness. Okay, so we did a quiz and we had a percentage of petty.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Okay, ladies first.
Ladies first. What was
I
your
got-
petty
Hey,
score?
hey, whoever got the highest got a drink.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What was your level? What was your percentage?
I got 32% petty.
32%. I don't
Yep.
trust that.
It says we said you're 32% petty. It takes a lot to push your buttons, but when someone has reached that point, you let it show and you don't care if people think of you as childish. And that is absolutely the correct answer. Okay. Who else?
Remy.
That's why I fuck with you.
We got
That's
the
why I
same
fuck with
result.
That's why I fuck with you.
We both.
I knew it. I knew it.
Jay's the most petty.
Whoa.
You lying your
Look at
ass
this,
off.
look at this.
No.
Bro,
petty.
you are
Okay,
Remy, you are petty. What the fuck you talking about right now?
Hold on.
He's lying on his quiz. He's
Listen,
absolutely lying
let me
on
tell
his
you
quiz.
how I know I'm not petty.
He's lying on his quiz.
You
He is lying on this quiz. I do not accept the results. Okay.
Give it to me for my birthday.
All right, I'm gonna give it to you.
So you
What was your score?
57%.
Hold on, what was
I'm
your score?
You got the
32.
same as me. Same exact thing. 32%.
This some
And
bullshit.
I can admit that I am petty, but I'm
That's
not
some
that
bullshit.
petty.
On the test,
I
it's
really
petty.
am not.
So I got 57% petty.
50.
It says when you think you are, we think you get in the occasional Twitter spat and continue arguing with the user until they go MIA and you get a technical win. This translates to real life as well.
This is absolutely true. And in place of Twitter, put Facebook.
Oh,
Because you
you're right.
definitely go back
There
and
it
forth
is.
and argue with people on Facebook.
But
You know
only
you
because,
do.
Only because they be starting shit with me
See,
though.
you see what I'm saying? This is why you 50% petty, 57%
Fuck
petty.
that shit, man. Fuck that shit. Some bullshit. Give me a piece of
funny.
ice, man.
I got it right. Ain't nobody saying
I am a little petty though.
Ain't nobody saying but me.
Earlier today, Remy was like, "Man, I've been having a rough week." I said, "Bro, you know I got you. I'm your boy. I'm your homeboy." I said, "Whenever you need something, throw up the light skin signal, and I'm there." That was a little petty.
Okay,
All
I just
right, so I
put
got
for the people who
57.
are on Facebook, I just put the quiz in there so you can take your own quiz.
Yeah, I want to see who get the 100.
Crystal
You got a
Cleaver
drink.
just-
Did you drink?
No. Crystal Cleaver just said, "Give me a shot. Give me a shot. Pour a shot. Pour a
Yeah,
shot."
because you got to take the shot for Claudette. Was it Claudine or Claudette whose birthday it is?
Crystal said her shit would be off the chart. Crystal, you petty as fuck. We already know you petty.
Lord Jesus.
Crystal.
Yeah,
don't
Crystal,
say you
send
be
me
on-
your post yours in the comments in like a few minutes.
Yeah,
'cause I wanna
Crystal,
know.
take the test so we can see
I
how
wanna
petty
know.
you
Hey,
are.
It's only like
cheers.
12 questions.
Cheers,
Cheers
to
to
Claudette.
be no. Cheers to being petty.
Oh, okay.
When people push your motherfucking buttons.
Oh Lord. All right, well, I can drink to that.
Okay. So I had the highest petty.
You have the highest petty.
I don't-
Okay,
I don't-
now
I
that
don't
we've
trust
level set on that.
I don't trust
You're
it.
not the pettiest person in the room, though. It's a lot of petty motherfuckers out there. I know y'all.
Yeah.
I know all of y'all.
Okay, so when is it not okay to be petty?
When is it not okay?
If you actually want to preserve someone's feelings,
If
right?
you
Like,
give a
if
fuck.
you give a fuck,
Okay.
If you
okay.
give a fuck, don't do it, because
because you can ruin. Like some people take petty shit real seriously.
like nobody wins when you're being petty. Really,
Look,
you're gonna
can I-
take
can
a
I-
L.
I
That
put it in the
person's gonna
chat,
take a
Cassie.
L.
Can I tell you guys a situation and you let me know?
For sure.
There's one situation where I know I was absolutely petty. Okay. So I was dating this guy. The link is in the chat, guys. Like follow the chat. This is not this hard.
And for those of you
I'll post it, go ahead.
obviously listening on Spotify or wherever you listen to Method Podcast, we are talking live to our Method heads in
Oh,
the
sorry.
comments.
Sorry, my bad.
So tell the story.
Okay, so the story is this. I was dating this guy. This was back when Harry Potter, the last Harry Potter book came out.
Mm.
And I pre-ordered the book. And I was like, oh, let's go half on the book. Like, well, this is back when I really had no money. But anyway, so I was like, we pre-ordered the book. And
Don't stop now. Ain't no stopping now. You done already started the story.
so we pre-ordered the book and he didn't give me any money on the book. So I told him that he could read it after I finished reading
It's
it.
my book now, punk.
So I read it and then I let him read it.
Mm.
And then at the end of the book, spoiler alert, Dumbledore dies in this version of the book.
Yeah.
And so what I did was like when I knew he was close, I was like, did you get to the part yet where Dumbledore dies?
You
Whoa.
ruined the end of it.
And I actually planned out that petty. Like I knew that I was like, you're not
That
gonna give me
was
no,
petty.
you're not gonna give me no money on the book.
Why didn't you just ask for the money?
I did. I said, you're gonna give me half on the book. He said no. I was like, okay, well, I still wanted the book.
But that's a justified petty though. I feel like
I let him read it.
I'm gonna ruin the end for you.
Yeah.
I'm with that though. I mean,
You're
that's
okay
petty.
with that?
I mean, it's petty. But I feel like, don't do me wrong. If I feel like if I feel like you did me wrong
This
or
person
something,
was my partner. He was my boyfriend.
oh,
Does it change your mind? I feel like partners are very petty to each other.
Yeah,
But
'cause-
I
'cause you
100%.
can't-
He was pissed. He didn't talk to
Yeah.
me for the rest of the night.
yeah.
that's like, yeah.
Petty is where like you kind of have to be petty in relationships because you can't like fight.
Yeah.
So you gotta be petty and be like, ain't nobody even do nothing to you. Like you gotta pretend like you ain't do it.
Yeah.
I think the petty occurrence goes up when you're in a relationship. It also kind of keeps it a little interesting, as long as it's not like ridiculous. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to give that example.
Now that was petty.
That's probably one of the worst petty things I did.
You know what's
sure.
you know what's funny? I don't feel like so I'm 32% petty, probably true. I feel like I'm not that petty, but I feel like I get accused of being petty way more than I'm actually being petty. Like my girl always thinks I'm up to something.
You think you're not petty.
I feel like
No. I'm not saying that. I'm petty. But I've been accused of being petty, and I wasn't even doing that. So I'm in trouble because I just kind of said it. I said it the way I said it rather than the way you thought I was gonna say it. And yeah, I wasn't being petty.
I mean, I think being rude is petty. Like if you're rude, if you're a person who can't articulate what you're trying to say in a healthy way,
Nice way.
That's petty.
You can't be nice
that's
about
petty.
it. But
I think some people are unconsciously petty.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I want to push your buttons. This is how I talk. What you want me to do? Like I'm amped and I'm already kind of like I've been talking over you, so I got to yell.
I don't know that unconsciously petty. I don't think I'm buying that one.
No.
You
What
think
you
people
saying?
are just unconsciously petty?
You don't think I'm unconsciously petty?
Absolutely fucking not. I think it's very intentional when you're being petty.
She's saying I'm an asshole. I'm not an asshole. I'm a nice.
No, so
I'm
Daphne
so
just said a
nice.
very interesting comment. Rude is rude. It's not petty. So it's
That's
not
true.
being rude.
You're just rude as fuck.
When you're
Unintentional.
petty, you're
You're rude.
intentionally
Yeah, I'm
being
rude.
petty.
I'm rude.
Rude is
So
worse
rude
than
is
petty.
different from petty.
I'm not that rude.
So back to your point earlier. When I asked when is it not okay to be petty, you said when you want to
Preserve someone's feelings.
preserve someone's
When you give a
feelings.
fuck.
And I would definitely agree with that.
But
I don't know. I'm gonna leave. I won't go down there. I won't go down there. So okay, what's the pettiest thing you've ever done? What's the pettiest thing you've ever done? Or what's the most recent pettiest thing you've
oh
done?
man,
So my most recent pettiest thing that I've done, that I did. All right, I'm gonna tell this story,
oh,
and I don't want y'all to judge me on it. All right,
I can't make no
because
promises.
Remy was
Crystal
there.
got 82 fucking
Oh,
percent.
you petty as fuck. Damn.
First of all, why you lying? Because you know you got 100. All right.
Okay, sorry.
All right,
Jay's story.
so I was in Colombia
Okay.
recently,
Okay.
and we're all having an amazing time. Right, we're there for four days. And on the third day, someone who I thought I was cool with, I found out that they had an issue with me.
Okay.
Right now, or they thought I had an issue with them. Now I never had an issue with this person.
Okay.
Like if I have an issue with you, I'm not fucking with you.
right.
Period.
Right.
So the whole time on this trip, I'm thinking we cool, we good. Turns out, I find out. So we're leaving on a Sunday. I found out so the whole trip, I'm smiling in this person's face. I'm being friendly. I'm thinking we good. If you go on this trip, on my birthday trip, we good. I found out on that Saturday that this person has an issue with me, and they didn't want me going on an excursion that they had offered to the group, but I'm supposed to be not there. So once I found out that this person had an issue with me, I was so fucking mean to this person.
Aww.
Like so then the very next day, we were leaving to go to the airport, and I called an Uber, and I'm sitting there waiting for the Uber to come, and the person walks out, and they're standing next to me, and my homeboy walks out. He was like, "Hey, why don't we just grab an Uber together?" And I turned around, I was like, "Absolutely fucking not." Got my Uber and took off. So that was my most recent petty. But I felt like it was justified petty because
so I have a question. I've got questions.
Okay.
First of all, who told you?
Don't worry
Somebody
about
else
that.
somebody else being petty.
But they, because I had asked questions like, "Where's so and so? Why is this person not at the birthday dinner?" They said, "Or Saturday." It was like, "Oh," kind of give me the runaround, and then it came up that, hey, so this person, they feel some kind of way, blah blah blah. They got mad at me because I offered the rest of the group to go on this excursion, and they didn't want you to go. I was like, "Oh, So it's still an issue. So at that point, I was like, okay, I don't have to say anything to you. But if you think I had a problem with you when I didn't, you about to see what it's like when I do have a problem.
Are y'all cool now? Did you squash it?
Motherfucking no. That person is done. Like I will not bring. One thing I don't do is like fake shit.
So here's the thing: there's no desire to want to be like, what's up?
Because they were never in my circle like that to begin with.
Okay. So there's no reason to preserve their feelings.
Like if you, for example, if you had issue with me and I found out through a third party that you had issue with me, I'm like, yo, Ebony, what the fuck going on? What's happening?
Yeah.
But you don't. If you're not in my circle, then I'm not doing it.
Right.
So yeah, and then I kick that person out the group. So yeah.
Oh shit! Damn.
So what's the most recent pettiest thing you've done, or the most pettiest thing you've ever done?
All of the above. I'ma always say I told you.
I told you so.
Yeah.
I told you so.
Like if I told you.
So if something goes wrong and they hurt, and you go say, I told you so.
If I told you, if I didn't tell you, then no. But if I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. You know what I'm saying? Just so we understand, I said this. So just so you know, if you listen to me,
you have an example
doing this. You could put that on anything, like it's
like Grey Poupon.
It's very common. Like I say it on the regular. That's why I'm saying it's like the pettiest thing. Because no, I don't have any recent examples. Because I
told your ass that you shouldn't have done that shit, but we're gonna figure it out anyway.
Yeah.
Emily, what's the most pettiest thing you've ever done?
I don't know. I don't keep score.
You know something that you did outside of the Harry Potter shit.
Yeah.
What's the most recent petty thing you've done?
Because that Harry Potter shit was a long time ago.
What's your astrology sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, you done some petty shit.
What you mean?
Virgos do petty shit all the time.
I don't think that's true. I really don't know. I mean, I really don't know. To be honest, I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Have you not acknowledged your pettiness? Is that what's going on?
No,
Are you in denial?
I know that I can be petty.
Ed said my favorite Remy memory starts with going, I told you, laugh out loud.
I don't know. Like, I just don't feel like I'm not that petty. I'm really not. I'm not kidding. I do I find humor in petty shit. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, like I told you before, like I was kind of happy today about something that happened, but it was not a good thing for someone else.
Yeah.
This is an old track from our podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I got a music memory now. But yeah, I don't really know. I'm sure there's something. I'm sure.
She trying to be all goody. All right, so
I'm a good girl.
That's fine. Sure. So what's?
Oh, I know. What about if the next door neighbors had roosters? Did I tell you this? So I bought this house in January last year. The next door neighbors had a whole lot of birds. Like they had ducks, they had hens, they had geese, like they had all kinds of birds back there, right? But they had 2 roosters, and the roosters were fucking loud, and our houses are pretty close to each other. So City of Tampa requires that if you file a noise ordinance, you have to write your name in there.
Okay.
So instead of doing that, I contacted my city councilman, and I was like, hey, just moved into your district, having a little issue here, and reported my neighbors with the roosters. Is that petty?
I feel like it's justified petty though. Like if it's causing an issue in your own life, living situation, I think it's a form of petty.
Because everybody's like, oh man, you called the law, you the popo, you called the law. Like, first of all, I don't fuck with law enforcement. Just put it out there.
So that's gonna be my question. So that's like, okay, for example, if you are the type of person who someone's riding your ass on the highway
and you slow down,
okay, you being petty.
Okay.
Like get the fuck out the way. Get out the lane.
Yeah.
Like you're doing 45 miles an hour. Why are you in the fast lane and just driving like you being petty? You ain't never done that.
I have slowed down a little bit.
Is blowing your horn to somebody being petty? Give someone a finger, is that being petty?
I don't know.
I think it's a reaction.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's being petty.
I think the thing they did to you was probably petty. I had a motherfucker one time. I was driving from Florida to like Houston, and you gotta like go through like the bayou and shit on the bridge or whatever. And there was this truck in front of me that he didn't like that I was just passing all the cars. So once he got in front of me, he was like, I'm not letting this motherfucker pass me. And we went for like 10, 20 miles of this nigga just not letting me get in front of him. Yeah, I'm just trying to get ahead of him. He's like, no, sir. Wow. And then finally he gets off his exit and gives me the finger.
Wow.
But for 20 miles of like just that goofy shit, I just left and just kept going to Texas.
Yeah. So I think it's petty for when it comes to driving. I think it's petty when like you have like two people, one in the left lane and one in the right lane, and they're just riding like next to each other. Mm-hmm. And they know they ride next to each other, and they're both going
somebody
slow.
Make a fucking move.
Yes,
like somebody
needs to speed the fuck up,
right?
Before I throw some elbow through this car.
Yeah,
you know, let's talk about road rage, but we don't talk about road petty enough.
It's definitely road petty.
Road pettiness.
It's definitely road petty.
Niggas are so petty on the road.
For sure.
You know you can speed up. You know you could have took that turn earlier.
Yeah.
One of the pettiest things. Well, I don't know if it's really petty, but it's really annoying. It's like if you're behind somebody and there's like no left turn lane, and somebody in front of them turns their blinker on and they swerve around that motherfucker. And if you're right behind them, you just got to kind of just react to that situation. You know what I mean? So it's not something that they do intentionally, but you could, as a driver, be like, oh, let me think about the person behind me because I don't know.
Yes.
They don't see this. I see this and I can get out the way real quick, especially in the rain. Then it's like, okay, you trying to kill somebody now.
Yeah. All right, so
road petty. That's a good one.
Road
we have
petty.
Road petty.
Petty is someone honks at you as soon as Nikki McDonald said. Petty is someone that honks at you as soon as the light turns green.
They didn't even give you a chance to go.
I know that's motherfucking right. Then you turn around, we be like,
annoying.
Yeah, you like now I live here.
Yeah, now
this is where I live. This is my home. You ain't never getting past. You shall not pass.
I live here now.
Yeah,
this is
my space, motherfucker.
I absolutely would do that.
Okay.
I go slow as fuck through a green light when you do that.
Yo, I had that shit happen to me in this complex. I was leaving the complex and somebody behind me decided that I was going too slow and they were gonna pass me. There's no
in the complex.
Coming out. They're like, I'm gonna, because there's a truck in front of me and I'm kind of hanging back because the truck is there. I know I can't get out. I gotta wait for them. So they're like, well, I'm gonna get in front of you. And as soon as I see this bitch speeding, I'm like, all right, bitch, we gonna race to the truck then. Nobody's leaving either way. We'll race to the fucking truck. Let's go. And then she got her ass back behind me and figured it out. Like, it's not a game. Don't fuck with me.
Is it petty being a backseat driver? Like if your friend, you ride with somebody and they drive and you're like, hey, like you should turn here. Like just relax. You just sit over there and just relax, bro. I ain't gonna kill you. Okay, so keep moving. So I'm gonna ask this question and then we're gonna go to a Facebook post I did.
Okay.
What's the pettiest reason you stopped talking to someone? What's the pettiest reason you've ever stopped talking to someone?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. He had a small TV.
A small TV?
Little ass TV ass boy.
I really thought she about to say he had a small dick. I swear to God.
I mean, that's not petty. That's real.
That's real. He had a small how big was the TV? Like it was like 24 inches?
Little bitty ass
21.
TV.
It was a Netflix.
It was a combination of. It was a combination of no fucking HD.
He probably had a floor mattress.
That's not
This
even
is
a
back
TV.
when Game of
That's a
Thrones.
monitor.
Exactly. It's a computer. It's the size
Your
of that.
iPad is bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Shit.
It was small. It was maybe 27 at the maximum. And this was when Game of Thrones was out.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
y'all
man,
watching
I
Game of
can't
Thrones on
come
that
here.
shit?
You better
I
not
absolutely would not
You better
watch.
not invite me over to watch Game of Thrones on a 21-inch monitor.
You
bro.
can't watch
How
Game
you
of Thrones
watch
on nothing less than
anything? Like,
46.
Most of the guys that I've ever
Nothing
dated,
less.
if they didn't have no furniture, they had a big TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
We gonna sit on the floor, but we gonna watch.
Yeah.
We gonna enjoy the
Right.
entertainment.
Yeah,
That's all we got,
for
baby.
sure.
That's all we
For
got.
sure.
So it was the TV. The TV did it for me. And then in addition to the TV, he ate cereal.
Yo, shout out to
What's
Eric.
wrong
to
with
the-
cereal though?
I feel like eating cereal every day for
It's
breakfast
pretty.
as a grown man is a very
As a grown
juvenile
man.
thing.
I mean, I haven't had cereal in probably 2 years at this point.
Yeah, you kind of let it go after a while.
I like
I love
cereal though,
cereal.
but I won't eat
I
cereal
loved cereal.
necessarily for breakfast. I'll eat it for like lunch on a lazy day.
No, I'm talking about this. He gets up in the morning, has a bowl of cereal with milk every morning, like, and not like Wheaties or some shit like that. It was like fruity cereal.
Oh,
So I'm
sugar
like,
cereal.
like tricks and shit, you know.
Yeah.
So in addition to the small TV,
That's his comfort food. That's what
and
it
that's
is.
absolutely fine, but you have to be comfortable with somebody other than me. I can't do it.
Like,
I can't
I'm
do
not
a small
comfortable with
TV.
that. Yeah, no small.
This I used to watch
No
sports back then. I don't watch
small
sports
TV
very much
either.
anymore, but a small TV. We watching Game of Thrones and the Lakers on that little ass TV. I can't do it. I can't do
that's
it.
so
I
funny.
can't go.
She's like, I don't even know who's who. Which one of them white people is Joffrey?
Is that LeBron or Jordan? 'Cause Jordan retired 20 years
that's
ago.
funny.
So the pettiest thing I've ever done is I stopped talking to a woman because her accent was too country.
Ooh, that's kind of
And like I'm country, but y'all don't like the Virginia accent only comes out when
Virginia.
I'm in.
He
With
said
an F.
Virginia. With a capital
You
F.
just said
With a
Virginia
capital
with an
F.
F.
100%
Virginia.
Virginia. It's not
This
bird.
country ass bitch. And I'm in
Virginia.
Virginia. What you got?
But-
All right.
That's how we say it. Virginia. It's not Virginia.
Virginia. It's
But she was so sexy, bro. She was so sexy. And like it was one of those things like it was online dating. And so you don't really talk to someone. And then
So
like
nice.
when you exchange phone numbers,
Mm-hmm.
you make that phone call and got on the phone. I'm like, yo, she was so country. And she was quote unquote hood. So I'm just like, yeah.
Wait, country and
Country
hood?
and hood.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna
She
be
was
able to
Lil
do
Nas
this.
X.
Yeah, I can't do this. I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. Like it ain't going down.
God damn.
Remy, what's the
This man just called your boo
Lil
Lil Nas X.
Damn, Lil Nas.
What's the question?
What's the
What's
pettiest
petty
reason
thing
you
you
ever?
ever did?
Yeah. No.
Pettiest-
Oh, broke up with somebody.
Broke up. Yeah, broke up someone.
Or stopped dating
Pettiest
someone.
reason I broke up with somebody.
Pettiest reason you stopped talking to
Oh,
someone.
stop talking to
Send it to
somebody.
You can be smart.
I want y'all to know who drinking this rum up. It ain't Jay Noetic, by the way.
Huh? This is only my second glass.
That's true.
Thank you very much. Okay, sorry, Remy.
I feel like I don't really stop talking to people for petty reasons. I gotta have a good
I
reason.
find that hard to believe.
So-
No, because I like my connections with people, and I find them difficult to cultivate a lot of times. So,
Scroll up down.
I don't really-
It's in there.
I usually
Sorry,
have
sorry.
pretty solid reasons. Like you gotta like betray me. You can't just. It can't be like. I
So
don't know,
you ain't never stopped talking to a woman because her breath stink, or her punani stink, or like
But I feel like
don't
those are valid
experience
reasons,
such
no?
things.
they are. I feel like they're valid reasons
I mean, I didn't. I guess I've done that. I think we all do that
because
at
her
some
teeth
point.
because her teeth messed up.
I guess you pick and choose. Like you go on a date and you're like, yeah, it's a lot not going on with this. Like I'm not. I don't think I can continue. Let's just wrap this up.
I stopped talking to someone once because on the first date she kept talking about her ex the entire time. I was like I don't give a fuck about your
Yeah,
ex right
that's
now.
not my business. That's your business.
So yeah. All right. So what we're gonna do right now? I did a post earlier today. Were you googling something, Ebony?
No, I was
Oh,
I was
okay.
sending the quiz to Daphne.
All right. So
Gotta scroll
earlier
up,
today
Daphne.
on the old people's platform, aka Facebook, I asked a question of what's the pettiest reason you ever stop talking to someone or stop dating them? The same thing I just asked these two at the table.
Okay.
And y'all went in on this post. So what we're gonna do a part of this called Justified Petty or Nah. So we're gonna read some of these comments of why people stop talking to someone, and we just gonna kind of see what we agree or disagree. Y'all with that?
Let's do it.
All right.
So what's the pettiest reason you ever stopped dating someone or didn't go on a second date with someone?
Yes,
the
and there's
question.
230 comments on his post, and so the first one I thought was funny.
Somebody said I stopped dating him because he lied about the size of his
Eggplant.
and another didn't get a second date because he stood on his tippy toes to kiss me on the cheek.
So let's go back to the first one.
Okay.
Is it
lied
justified? Is it
about
justified petty to stop talking to someone because they lied about the size of your dick?
Lying about it? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, here's the thing. Did he lie in favor of it being bigger than it was
And
supposed
who
to
said
be?
that? Who was the person who said that?
Sarah Miller.
Sarah Miller.
So here's the thing. If he lied about it and said that it was bigger than it was, like he lied and it was bigger and it was a pleasant surprise.
What dude lies the other way?
Hey, listen. It's better to surprise them. Undersell and over provide.
No, I get that, but no dude is out here like my dick is small as fuck, girl. Let's get it on. Like, no,
No, but like
Yeah.
some would be like,
You might downplay. You're like, I mean, I can do a
Yes.
little something with it,
because that's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
the,
you gonna
the
be
lane
cool
you
about
need
it.
to stay in.
but that's not a lie. That's not a lie. Like,
Okay,
if you
so he probably
lying,
lied and was like, I'm out
if
here
you lying,
slinging. I'm
you like,
slinging.
nigga, it's a baseball bet. I'm knocking your
But
pussy out the park.
But isn't like
It's a baseball bet. I'm knocking your pussy out the park.
isn't like talking about your dick size sort of like talking about your guy's height? So it's like if a guy, most guys lie a little bit on the inches. They're like, oh, how tall are you? I'm 5'9". Okay, he's really 5'7".
I did that for a while. I was 5'9" my entire childhood.
Like I don't do it.
And then I grew up and I became 5'7". You know, it is what it is.
Okay, so y'all say it justified.
I gave a couple of inches on the height, yeah.
No,
but-
about the penis
About the
thing.
penis
No,
thing.
no. The penis thing,
It's not
That's
justified.
not
Petty?
justified, petty?
to let somebody go because they lied about it, no. That's completely justified.
I
Okay,
think so too.
yeah.
I think so too. Agreed. All right. What's
So
yours?
someone say Lala Ogwin?
Also, on the other side of that, that's like lying about how juicy your pussy is.
Ogwin? How what?
How juicy your pussy is. Like,
But that's different.
listen,
like
That's
she said,
different.
she got the wop.
That's
She said
different.
she got the wop,
Now,
and then I show
That's
up and I'm in the
different.
desert.
I feel
Yeah.
like
If
that's
I feel like I need a goddamn listen.
if she normally has a wop and
If I
you
feel like-
showed up and you was in the desert, that might be a you problem.
it could be. It could be.
I'm just
Listen,
saying.
That's also true.
I've,
That might be a you problem, but also,
I've never had a woman say,
Goddamn.
"I got that white ass pussy for you," and never come. Like I never heard a woman say that. But
so you feel like they wouldn't lie about it? They wouldn't lie about something like that?
No, I don't know.
I mean, no woman gonna say I got dry ass pussy. Just like ain't no man. Just like
Come
ain't no
on, you
man
want
gonna
some of
say-
this dap? Come on,
You
come
want-
get this dap. Come get the
All right,
dap.
come on,
baby.
moving on.
Dab on the dap.
So someone said
Oh God.
he refused. Lala said he refused to choke me or call me names during sex, and his voice sounded like Kermit the Frog.
That's so funny.
I tried to give a
Y'all
fair
so
chance,
stupid.
but I was too annoyed. Is that
This
justified
nigga
or not?
refused. He refused.
I'm not gonna kink
He was
shame
like, I will
someone
not. I will not do violence in the bedroom.
I don't know. I don't think that's justified.
He refused to choke
Refuse
me or
is a strong
call me
word, though.
names
Refuse is a
during
strong
sex.
word.
That's her love language.
So
she
I
needs to be choked in the
but
bedroom.
then I followed up, y'all. I followed up. I
Okay,
was like, oh, this is
okay.
interesting. So I gave her the little googly eyes, right? She was like, what, Jay Noetic? So I was like, what kind of names are you talking about exactly?
And
Right?
what'd she say?
And she
Like
said,
bitch and slut and shit?
yes. So
Like what does she like to be called?
So she said, hold on, I gotta open it up. She said, like bitch, slut, hoe, etc.
How did I guess the
Whoa.
first two? I don't know. It's
Is
not
that
my-
a thing though?
It is a thing.
That's a thing.
It is a thing.
I
That's
have
that
not
whole
ex-
sub-dom culture, right?
Yeah.
Like there's some masochists, they like to be
I
hurt.
mean, and there's levels to it, obviously.
Yeah.
That's
So I-
like just the
So I
next
gotta
level.
choke you and say, motherfucking bitch, you a slut. Like
Take this dick.
How you say it?
Say it again. You said take the what? You said take the what? Take this what?
Frown on her face. She's like, we're not gonna do that to her.
Y'all
I ain't gonna-
stupid. Everybody
All right.
here is stupid.
Keep it moving. What other some other justified or no? So all right. So Crystal Clear Vision has been in the comments.
Oh, Crystal,
whole
what'd
time.
she say?
Can I read Crystal?
Yeah, read Crystal.
Okay, who's Crystal's?
Crystal said, I stopped dating the dude because he kept waiting on his porch twice, despite on the way, 5 minutes out, here texts.
Wait,
That's
what?
She said.
Say it again.
She
Oh,
said,
he kept me
without
waiting
all the
on his
energy.
porch.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
He
just
kept
how I
me
hear
waiting.
Crystal. Okay, so he
Okay.
kept me waiting on his porch twice, despite the on the way, 5 minutes out, and here texts. So he left me on the
But
porch.
why were you on his porch and he wasn't there?
I mean,
I don't understand.
Crystal, we got some. We need some
he probably
explaining to
said
do.
multiple times, like, I'm there, basically. Like, I'm like around the corner. I'll be there before you be there. And then she showed up, and this
okay.
nigga was not there.
Other one
And
was
still not there.
her second part was funny. Read
What's
that
that?
one.
She said, heading into a restaurant, I stopped for him to open the door. We just stood there looking stupid until another guy came up behind us and opened it.
That's
First of all,
justified.
That's the pettiest shit I ever heard in my life.
No, that's justified.
That
That's
is
justified.
That's the
justified.
pettiest
Yeah.
shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
man would never.
Y'all can't open your own doors
Fuck no, not if you here. What the fuck am I opening my door for?
to express your independence. Show me you know how to work a
You
door.
already, if you with me, you know I'm independent. Open my goddamn door.
You know what's interesting is that when I see couples out and they're walking to the car, I look to see if
he
the
opens
guy-
their
if
door?
opens it.
Yeah.
Like I'm a car door opener in person. Like that's just
Mhm.
me. Like I even open like regular doors. And I'm not saying this is something that men have to do. Like I'm not about that. I do it. But But I like to see other people are doing it.
I appreciate it.
And a lot of times,
I absolutely
a lot of times
appreciate
I
it.
don't see it enough.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate
It
it.
ain't appreciated.
I feel like a lot of times though, and this is a whole nother conversation, but like even in relationships, men typically like, it may have started out doing it, but then like, oh, we all work together all the time and not
Yeah.
open your door every fucking time.
Right.
So yeah.
So Danielle Jefferson said he couldn't spell.
Well, that's it. I'm done. Yeah, you can't fucking spell.
We can't even text.
I got
Justified,
I'm be reading your
I got
shit,
all
shit
these
trying to decipher
degrees
like
and shit.
hieroglyphs.
No.
Fuck that.
No, I got one
But
6-year-old in my
sometimes-
life. I don't need another
But
one.
sometimes when you text it, no, like it don't be like what you.
That's
what you
why
mean.
Apple has an edit function.
Like it be saying.
What if you
duck,
got an
it be
Android?
saying
But
ducking.
then I'm not dating you anyway.
That's
Wow.
that's how petty you are. You so petty you ain't gonna date the Android. She like, nah, you ain't got an
That's
iPhone.
petty.
Come on, what's going on in your life?
If Steve Jobs ain't a part of your life, you can't be a part of mine.
You need at least 2 Apple devices to ride this ride.
Okay, this is the funniest one. Read that one by Amy Hill. What does she say?
Oh, I feel bad for this person. His goatee connected on one side, but not the other.
That's cold
That's
blooded.
kind of petty.
That man showed up feeling good. He probably moisturized his beard, put some beard oil on there. He showed up to that date like, yeah,
His
you going
growth serum.
And
He
she
been
looking like this
struggling.
nigga got the half chin strap. He got
It's
the chin
okay.
strap hanging off the side. Come on
It's
now.
all right. It's okay. No,
No, that's not
I mean,
justified. I don't think that's
it's all right with
justified.
me.
I don't think that's justified. I don't think that's justified.
I mean, you like what you like. It's
because
not
he
that
could
much
be in the
different.
beginning stage. You might not want to. You might want to be
It's
with
funny
him
as
once
fuck,
he
but
gets
that's
to where
petty.
he needs.
So
to be.
here's what's funny. Okay, so she had to see pictures of this nigga, and in every picture he just one side, just one side.
The good
You only
side.
see-
The
he's
good
like,
side. Listen,
every
If
single
you
picture is
can't,
there.
if you can't be with me
Yeah.
through my struggle beard,
And
you
then-
don't
and
deserve
then
my
she show up and she's
luxurious
like, wait a minute.
100%.
You got a whole other
100%.
situation going on the left side that I don't know about. You was lying.
Yeah.
Listen, you better love me through my struggle beard.
You gotta love me through my struggle beard.
What about height?
Oh, I ain't dating nobody short. This out.
Like if yeah, like can you be petty about height?
No, I don't think it's petty. There's preferences, right?
There
like
are
so there's
preferences
difference
for
between
sure.
preferences and petty.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, what's another one?
Gerard, shout out to J. Rodley MC. He said, I could smell the cootie cat through her clothes, and it
Okay.
wasn't
All
pleasant.
right. Okay.
This nigga.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this: it's not justified because that is a real ass problem. Like we should definitely not talk to her. That's not being petty, though. I don't think. You think that's being petty?
No, I don't know.
That's
I mean, vagina smells. It does,
Yeah,
but I
that's
mean, through my clothes, I feel like that's a problem. Unless I just came from the gym, then you have to deal with it. Depending on if they're gym clothes.
Yeah.
No, but he meant regular clothes, I'm sure.
So Nicole Marie said he didn't know what impromptu meant. That's petty.
Hold up, don't who said it?
Nicole
Nicole's-
Marie said he didn't
Impromptu
know what
is not an
impromptu
easy
meant.
word. Okay, everybody
No.
don't know impromptu.
Do you know what it means?
I know what it means because
Okay.
I learned it in high school and I remember it ever since. And I took a speech class, but not everybody took a speech class. It's a lot of. If I had never taken that speech class, I would not know the word impromptu.
You
What-
would.
what is
You
it?
would.
Well, you learned the
By
word
now.
impromptu.
What does it mean?
I was in 6th grade. Or
What does it
something. I
mean?
don't
You
know.
was in 6th grade.
Probably.
What does impromptu mean?
You know, to
This
do-
nigga don't know.
I mean, it's being spontaneous, right?
Sort of. Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
it's like on the spot.
Yes.
Yeah,
He go try to tell wordsmith that I don't know what
You the
word
wordsmith?
impromptu means.
All right, my
I'm
bad,
just
wordsmith.
asking. I mean, I'm an author.
Wrote books and shit. Multiples.
Multiple. Hold on, I need that.
You
Need
can tell Jay in vacation.
Hello.
that needs a pitch voice because I have written multiple books.
Right on.
Yes.
Right on.
All right. There were some pretty good ones in here. Let's see. Angela Cancel said, "Very defined butt chin."
What?
Very
What?
defined butt chin.
Very defined. butt
Even
chin.
though he hit it well with his gorgeous mustache, the lingering thought that if we had children, they could also possibly have it was a no for me.
How the mustache hide the butt chin?
Like, the beard, I guess the beard hid the butt chin.
But she said mustache.
She did say mustache. What's a
But
butt
I
chin?
like a cleft.
It's
Like
yeah,
a-
it's
like
a
a
cleft.
double-
Yeah, like a cleft.
It's when
So butt chin.
you got
off the- off
you got
the-
like two. It's like the chin.
like
on both
you
sides.
know, they used to have like the cartoon strongmen that have like the
She was like, I can't see the kids like that, running around with little butt chins,
Of course.
being bad.
Cassandra has a butt chin.
Whoa!
Well, you and what's Shorty's name are not compatible.
Butt chin.
What if two people with butt chins had a baby?
It'll be a lot of butt chin.
It'll be a lot of ass. A lot
of butt chin up in
there.
there.
A lot of ass
If
in
we
your
have like a
face.
BBL chin.
Niggas would be cracking bottles open with their chin.
Oh God.
Let's see. Couple more.
I got one.
go ahead.
Somebody said she had a pack of Black and Mild cigars in her purse.
Oh no, that's stupid.
That's
That's dumb.
petty.
That's not
No.
justifiable.
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
Listen to me. If you got a pack of Black and Mild
Yes.
in your purse, like a 4-pack or something like that, whatever it come in, just a few of them.
4-pack.
Her lips probably black as fuck.
That start there, because that's the first time you're gonna be like, yo, this nigga's got some things they going through. They going through some stuff, and it's gonna come out. You know, you're gonna talk about it eventually and get it out. But you know, as soon as you see that, that could be a red flag for somebody.
But don't most people?
For some people, it's just being a smoker. Period.
But don't
You know what I'm
most
saying?
people
So
who
that's
have Black and
the next
Miles
level.
just use a wrapper to smoke weed though?
Not
No,
Black and
not
Mild.
always.
If you got a
anymore?
swisher, that's different. Like where you
Swisher
got,
sweets.
there's other.
No,
if you,
Black and Milds are not
Black
good
and Mild
rolling
is different.
papers.
Most
They
people
small,
smoke
they
those.
brittle, they
Yeah.
don't roll up real good.
So, not to shame Black and Mild smokers, but I'm just saying, y'all, you know, we got issues out here, and if you smoking Black and Milds, I know you got some issues.
So
Been
this is
through
pretty.
some
This is
things.
pretty petty. I think it's justified.
Okay, tell me.
Crystal Marshall said, "Hands were too soft, like the bottom of a baby's
I saw a
foot."
lot of that.
Oh.
That
Felt
was like
homely to me.
There was like 4 posts of
How the
his
fuck
soft baby hands.
Do y'all say y'all want men to take care of themselves because he got some soft ass hands? Y'all not gonna talk to him? That's fucked up. That's not justified to me.
That's petty.
It's funny. It's petty though. It's petty.
That's definitely petty.
So yeah. So there's a lot of comments on there for
Somebody-
sure about it.
Toya
That's good
said,
though. I mean, like y'all turned up about being
Y'all
petty.
turned
I saw
up on
something
that.
about somebody being ashy. Ashy is definitely a reason to break up with somebody.
Ashy
Not
is-
like a
Ashy is
one-time
petty.
ashy, like a
Ashy is
consistent,
petty for
repeated
sure.
somebody
ashy.
said somebody was ashy and they didn't know that they was ashy. Like they thought
Were they
was
light skinned and they
moisturized.
thought
No,
they-
they was dark skinned, but they thought they were good.
Come on.
They was like my oils, my juices.
Someone said his booty air stank.
No, nobody
Ain't
said
nobody
that.
say that.
Someone did say that.
Nobody said
Someone
that.
did say that. I think I'm lying.
His booty air was
His
somebody
booty-
his butt.
Chandra's
Wait.
Chandra's Knight and Grant said his booty air was stinky.
I mean,
But
What
like,
is-
why
first
are
of
you
all-
behind
first
his
of all, what
ass?
is-
silly.
Why
That's
are you
silly.
back there?
What is booty
You guys
air?
are
Like what is
silly.
booty
Is he
air?
fat? Farting?
Maybe she just meant the near his ass. It smelled bad.
I don't even know.
I need point of clarification.
understand.
What
Anyway,
the fuck is booty
Somebody
air?
in the comments said he was an Aries.
Ooh,
I
that's
take that.
petty.
I take that personally.
That was
You're Aries.
petty.
I take that personally.
Yeah, that's petty.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So you're saying that's not justified petty?
No,
is
absolutely
there
not.
a zodiac that you wouldn't? Oh, I know,
Scorpio.
Mr.
What's the
Moves, look,
pettiest?
she put
What's
he
the
had-
pettiest zodiac
Yeah,
sign?
man boobs.
Yeah, he had man boobs, and I know exactly who she's talking
Listen,
about.
man, it gets a little older. It gets hard. We get,
Who,
You're
would
get
just
you,
older.
grabbing your titties now. What the
Yeah.
fuck's happening here?
what would y'all say is
I
the
don't have
pettiest
man
zodiac
boobs
sign?
Probably Scorpio.
Gemini.
Scorpio.
Why do you think Scorpio?
I'm kind of with you.
Scorpios don't
Why?
give a fuck about anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
Gemini, similarly, like I think Virgo has a good potential to
Absolutely.
be
But as a
petty.
Virgo,
But
she
isn't-
says as a Virgo.
But isn't Gemini?
Yeah.
Isn't Gemini like the two faces?
The twins,
The
yeah.
twins. So
Yeah.
why wouldn't they be the most?
Because maybe
Pettiest.
because half the time they probably not petty.
Because I don't know if it's petty when you're just like don't give a fuck.
Oh, this is a good one.
What?
All right, this is the last one. It said Lauren. So from Lauren Murray on my Facebook post, he sprayed on his whole fade, like his whole head. That's a good one.
Justin.
He did what?
He sprayed on his fade.
He sprayed on his fade.
That's justifiable.
He
You
had
could
that.
take-
He had that James Brown fade.
Damn.
Have y'all seen James Brown hair? You know who James Brown? Not the James Brown from the music.
There's another
What
James Brown.
you talking? Ain't only one
The-
James Brown I
The
recognize.
sports analyst.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He got the
he been
spray on fade.
with too many white folks on TV. That's what his problem is. Yeah,
Yeah, you just gotta let it go.
you gotta let it go. You gotta
Let
go
it
ball.
go.
Go,
Let
go,
it go.
go Charles
let it
Barkley.
go.
James Brown.
Okay.
If you're listening to this podcast,
So,
just go
yes.
ahead and go Charles Barkley.
Let it go. So let's bring it back to our personal circles.
Okay.
Who is the pettiest friend in your circle, in your immediate circle? Who is the pettiest friend in your circle?
I'm gonna say
Cassandra?
no.
Oh.
I know. I'm gonna say, and she's listening to. I'm gonna say Justin's girlfriend.
Oh,
good. Can we say her name? Can we say her name?
Her name is Miko.
Miko.
Shout out to Miko.
Check out
Miko's
Miko. Man, petty
she's,
Miko.
she's the
Miko's
pettiest
petty?
one.
Justin can confirm too.
She's the pettiest one,
If you
huh?
want to.
Yeah.
Okay. What makes her petty?
She's very witty, right? Like, you know, sometimes people who are like really witty and really like fast on their way. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
slower, like I'm a slower processor,
Yeah, me
right?
too.
Like
Yeah.
I can get some shit off, but it's gonna take me a minute to write it out.
I gotta think about it for the first
You
one.
know,
I'm
I'm not quick with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes Meek such a very good petty person is
'Cause she
because
got
her
something
shit
to
is
say.
fast.
She
Yeah,
know what to say about
she'll
everything.
lay somebody out quick.
I like it.
I like it too. She's like really good, like fast ideas about how to be petty about some shit.
Remy, who's your pettiest person and your pettiest
Jay
friend?
Noetic.
57%.
No, I am not.
57%. Good Lord.
Think about this though. If you've never seen me be petty in person, can I be the pettiest person?
I don't know that many petty
You've
people.
never-
I think I don't really. I mean, Crystal, Crystal petty as fuck.
What was Crystal's 87%?
My girl is pretty
87.
petty, I guess.
Is she?
If I really
You
think
gotta
about
send
it,
her the quiz.
I gotta have her do the quiz.
So the pettiest person in my immediate circle, I don't think he's on the podcast, on the comments, is Jason Thompson.
Oh yeah.
Jason
Do I
is
know
petty
Jason?
as fuck.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
to give
right.
Do I know Jason?
You
I
don't
wanna
know
change my
Jason.
answer.
You don't know Jason.
Also, Jason Thompson.
So for example, the other day we went for a bike ride. It was me, him, our friend
Shout out to
Hillary, and like it's two other people. And Jason has a e-bike or electric bike,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
But it still requires you to pedal sometimes. And so we're riding on the bike. So doing a Sunday Easter bike ride, we're riding on this Pinellas Trail,
Mhm.
and we're riding, we getting in. And he's just chilling with us because his e-bike goes like up to like 30 miles an hour, but he's just cruising.
Mhm.
Here comes along this white lady. She's riding her bike, and she was like, "Oh, you have an e-bike, huh?" And she's asking all these questions. She was like, "Do you even have to pedal?" I'm riding behind Jason. And Jason says, "Do you not see my feet pedaling? Like, do you not see my feet pedaling?" And then he's just cruising. He's just being nice as fuck. I'm like, Jason, she's just trying to have a conversation. But he was petty as fuck. So Jason, if you see this video, you are petty as fuck for no reason.
Who is this one? Ariane?
Ariana. Dang, forgot all about before.
Oh, look.
Oh yeah, she was.
So
there
that
too.
Justin is
Yeah,
the
she was
penguin is actually Miko. It's an inside joke. The penguin. Remember
Oh,
we were
okay.
last week. So she said, "I pride myself in my petty because it's always warranted." I got a 32 on the quiz. Justin got a 57.
Wow. All right, who's the
And
petty?
Justin is a Scorpio.
So who's the? shout out
But
to-
who's Ariane, and why did we forget about her on Easter?
No, because she was on the bike ride with me as well.
Oh, okay. So she saw
Ari.
Jason being funny.
Yes,
funny acting.
being petty as
Yes.
well. So she was. So
Jason has some consent. Like Daphne said he's petty.
Yes,
You
he is
guys,
super
everybody.
petty.
Yeah.
He is super petty, but I'm not going to these, but he's a good dude. He's a
He's
good
a
dude.
real
but
No, yeah,
he's
you
a
could
good
be
he's
a
a real
my
good
friend
dude.
Miko's a very
Yeah.
good person. She
100%.
just petty as
Yeah,
fuck.
you're not a bad person just because you petty.
No,
you
no,
just,
no,
You
no,
just sick of people's shit.
Yeah.
Jason is tired of motherfuckers asking him about his bike. Stop asking me about these pedals. Yes,
For sure.
I be pedaling. You don't see me motherfucking pedaling.
All right, method heads. Who's the pettiest celebrity?
I
Who
think
is
it's
the petty-
Spice Adams.
Spice Adams.
You know who
That's-
Spice
Spice
Adams
Adams
so
is?
you
is a
said
big
I wasn't
guy.
gonna know who it was, and,
And
you
do
was
you know?
right.
I knew you weren't gonna know.
But what makes him petty though? Like,
Spice
he's
Adams.
Because he's
I
a
gotta
big
see
guy.
Spice Adams.
So
He's a big guy who
Spice-
does all the basketball stuff and
No. So
Oh.
Spice is he's a former football player
okay.
and now kind of become a comedian. And so what he does, so he'll see something online and then he'll spoof it.
Mm-hmm.
And he has like, oh, they told me I got 24 hours. So he has 24 hours to like spoof people doing different stuff. And I just feel like he is, I don't know, he's like the epitome of like
But he's
making fun of other people.
But he's a comedian.
So you can't be
though.
petty as a comedian?
I mean, you can, but
most
I feel
of
like
the people who I think are comedians, are
Wait,
petty are
That's
comedians.
him.
That's Spice.
He's that guy?
That's
yeah.
So Spice is the dude from that shit. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
That's
So
Spice
I
Adams.
feel
Funny.
like comedians get a pass for me.
Okay, all
Be-
right.
I'm not saying you're incorrect.
Oh,
Yeah,
KD.
because that's kind of your
Daphne said
job.
KD.
It's their job to be funny and whatnot, or
Yeah.
kind of be petty. So for me, I think the pettiest person is 50 Cent.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
50
50
Cent
with
to
that whole
me-
shit with Floyd and trying to make him read.
Yeah, pettiest. 50 is pettiest.
No,
Fuck,
it was that shit with 50 and like challenging him to read was really, really bad.
So bad. It's so bad.
But it was also very funny.
He even went after what was the woman on his own show that he directed on
Power?
On Power.
Who?
Like I guess her weave didn't look good or something.
Oh,
and
God.
he called it out like on Instagram, like 50.
Yeah,
like,
50,
he's not as petty as he used to be,
50
but
is terrible.
at one point he was super petty.
I
No,
still remember
yeah.
that post. He posted the video during
That
the
Floyd
ice
shit was
bucket
bad.
challenge, and he was like, "I'll send $100,000 to whoever if you read one page of this Harry Potter book, nigga."
That was Floyd. He was talking about Floyd.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So he's
I felt
petty.
bad for Floyd.
Who do you think? Well, I didn't. He a billionaire. I mean,
No, I mean, I still felt.
I don't know
bad.
if this is
They
true.
can't read.
I don't know if this
Yeah.
is true, but what comes to mind, and this is not a currently alive celebrity,
Mm.
but I feel like Prince would have been petty.
Mhm.
Prince was probably petty,
Yeah.
but we don't hear a lot of stories about
Like,
him being petty.
You could kind of see him.
Most of it came from Dave
There's
Chappelle
clips and
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like Prince is probably
Blouses,
really
bitch.
petty.
Blouses, bitch. Bitches.
It's some petty shit to come out and play in your fucking club clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we about to whoop your ass in these heels.
And he's here.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like Rihanna can be petty as well. But she's
Yeah,
been
I
a little
can see
chill
her
since
being
she
petty
had kids.
Well, I actually just saw a clip of Rihanna, and like it was Rihanna and like a whole bunch of other people on stage, and there were like some celebrities, right? And I don't know her name in real life, but she's the woman who played Bellatrix Lestrange. And do you know who I'm talking about? Anyone who's out there who she played, the actress who played Bellatrix Lestrange in the Harry Potter movies, don't know her real name, but she's
So
on.
you a big Harry Potter fan?
Oh,
huh?
100%.
Aren't we all?
100%. Yeah,
Shut
very
up,
big.
muggle. You just a muggle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
anyway,
Sorry.
so they're all on this like stage or whatever, and all of them like, oh yeah, the Met Gala, we are all been to, and she's like, the Bellatrix lady was like, oh, I've never been to the Met Gala, and Rihanna was like, that's because you keep wearing dresses like the one you have on right now.
Wow.
I literally just saw that this week. Like,
wow. Yeah.
Rihanna probably is like
She's a little
fucking
petty.
super
She's
petty.
super petty.
Yeah.
So here's the question.
Yes.
Is clapping back the same thing as petty?
Can be.
Yeah. Because you don't have to. So when you choose violence, yes, you're being petty.
But that
You're
isn't
supposed
that,
to.
but isn't
you're
that just
supposed to-
responding?
Listen,
Isn't
Michelle
that-
Obama said, "When they go low,
We
Wing.
scrub the ground.
we go high."
Yeah.
If you don't do what Michelle Obama said, you're being petty.
I bet you Michelle Obama petty as
She
fuck.
probably petty as fuck.
I bet
I know
she's
she
petty
is.
as fuck.
She said that shit because she's trying to set an example. But like
that
when
was
they
doing
really
that was
said
doing campaign season too.
Right.
So
when you go low or when they go low, we scrub the ground.
matter of fact, I know she petty.
Scrub
Remember she
the
telling that
ground.
story about how broke Barack Obama was? He had a hole in his car. I was like,
Oh, in the floorboard.
on the floorboard.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to date no man with a hole in his car.
I mean, shit, I ain't either.
That's petty as fuck. Though.
No, it ain't.
Telling all that
Not
man
petty.
business.
I had 4
Preferences.
holes in my first car, y'all.
4 hoes?
Yeah, 4 holes.
At the same time?
All of them at the same time.
You
Mm.
alive?
That's my first car.
No, you a damn.
I earned that car. I bought that car with my own
You have 4 hoes
Pizza Hut money.
at one time in a vehicle.
4 bullet holes.
I don't.
4 bullet holes. I'm from Detroit.
Negro, I thought you said hoes.
No,
Nicki
not
Minaj. Nicki Minaj is petty
I
for
thought you
sure.
said you had 4
What are we
hoes.
talking about?
Nicki Minaj is petty. All right, so
Oh yeah,
last,
Nicki Minaj is very petty.
last 2 questions.
Okay, what is it?
What's the difference between petty and sarcastic?
Oh. I feel like there's an intent behind the petty, right? Like there's an action. There has to be some sarcasm can just be out there, but the petty, there's an action involved.
I
Like
think,
I'm not gonna fuck with you no more, or I'm gonna clown you, or you know what I mean? Like there's an action involved. Justin says nothing, but I don't think he's correct.
I feel like you have to be petty to be sarcastic.
You have to be
No,
petty to
why?
be sarcastic.
Yeah, like it's a petty thing to do. It's being sarcastic is like a petty action. You know what I mean? Like it's petty.
Okay.
Like because you could just be direct. You could just say, "Shut the fuck up, that's stupid." Or if you just say something that makes them seem like you agree or something like that, but you don't actually mean it, then you're being sarcastic and you're being petty because you're putting extra thought into making fun of this person. You know what I mean? It's petty.
So we're saying, so everybody does not think it's the same thing. And
I
you're
don't think it's the
saying
same
It
thing.
is the same thing.
I think
And
really don't know.
Justin says that petty. Dana says petty takes more effort.
Because you can be sarcastic and just have
Sarcastic
fun.
was petty before we started saying petty.
I feel like it's kind of the same thing.
You think it's the same thing?
I feel like it's kind of the same
Huh.
thing, but I think you can be sarcastic and you're just generally just trying to be funny, right? And I feel like petty is like you said, like it's the intent to like get under someone's skin. I don't think I think I disagree. So I think when you're being sarcastic, you're just trying to be funny. Like sarcasm can be a funny, and your intent is to be funny.
Right.
I think pettiness is the intent is to ruffle some feathers.
There's an action
Yeah.
related to it,
Yeah.
right? Like there's always some type of an action related to it. But that is a good like food for thought.
So 2 of the most sarcastic characters that I can think of from television.
Mhm.
One is Daria.
Oh, Daria.
I think Daria is
You
very
fucking
petty.
watched Daria?
Of course.
Of
I
course
did.
you did.
I watched Beavis and Butthead, so you know.
I mean, yeah.
and
And then
then
she came on after them, right?
I
thought she came on after Beavis
yeah,
and
I
Butthead.
think she did. So and then Jim from The
Da,
Office.
da, da, da,
Very
da.
sarcastic character. He used to be
Gotcha.
sarcastic with like what's his name? Dwight all the time. And he's very petty.
Sarcasm is a prelude to petty.
Right. And
Oh,
it's the thing-
okay.
and it's-
Okay.
Harry
And there's
said
other
that.
I
things
could
you
get
can
with that.
do.
I
Carry
could get
on.
with that.
So when you're being petty, you can be sarcastic, but you can also do other things that are not necessarily sarcastic.
Right,
yeah.
right. I get that.
All right. Any other thoughts on pettiness?
I just like to say that I'm the least petty person in the room.
First of all,
Listen,
we're the same level of
Listen,
petty.
we're gonna have to
We're
find
the
out.
same level.
We're gonna have to find a different test, a quiz
Yeah.
that is not subjugated to like
What do you mean subjugated?
bullshit. It was like 'cause one of the questions was like, if he does this, are you the? I'm like, first of all, I ain't dating no he, so it must mean she.
Whatever.
You petty.
Yeah,
You petty.
I'm
for
the
that.
least petty. Take a picture.
Oh, so what's it? The least petty. What's the example of social media petty?
Oh.
What's the example of social media petty? And I'm talking not celebrities. I'm talking like maybe you're on Facebook, maybe you're on Instagram, maybe you're on TikTok or whatnot. Because I feel like, okay, so for example,
Is like subtweeting petty?
Oh yeah.
mm,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like
That's
subtweeting?
very petty.
Like you're talking about someone, but you're not mentioning their name.
Yeah, because the not petty thing to do would be to like DM them or something like that, not make it like a public thing. Where you subtweet something
you know
about
what?
somebody.
I just realized something. I'm actually a little bit petty, a little bit more
yeah.
petty than I thought.
oh, we know.
Oh, really?
We know.
So here's where I just thought about. Okay, so I fuck with people on Facebook that say stupid shit.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
And I feel like there's not a whole lot of value in it really, because I'm not going to change their mind, but I'm also not going to allow like you to just really say absolutely fucking dumb shit. So I feel like it is a little bit petty because I have a 2 response maximum. Like you say some dumb shit, I'm gonna reply to you and I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and then you'll say something back, and I got one more good for you, and then I gotta block you. Do you think that's petty?
Yeah, I would agree. 'Cause, I mean, there's a lot of shit that I don't say anymore because, like I said earlier, I kind of censor myself. But
Yeah. I don't say everything, but sometimes
Yeah.
let me tell you an example of one of the things that someone got mad at me about. I'm in this group, and it was like it was talking about like guys who fake or like do what do you call it? Spams. No,
faking orgasms is petty as fuck. I'm joking. Go ahead.
no. Faking orgasms is sometimes a means to an end. Literally. Anyway, so sorry, distracted.
Go ahead,
Stay
keep going.
focused. Okay.
Squirrel.
So in this particular Facebook group that I'm in, they were talking about men who like catfish, right? So they like catfish women, and then they they love bomb them and all this other type of shit or whatever. And so they were talking about how men sometimes will like send unsolicited dick pics. And then this one white woman was like, oh yeah, I've got some dicks to send. Like I send them these dicks back, and I have these big black dicks, and it's just so fucking offensive to them. And I'm like, but why did they have to be black dicks? And why do you have pictures of black? Oh, Jason's here.
What up, Jason? What up,
Jason?
Jason Thompson? Yes,
That's the petty
sir.
king right there.
Yes, sir. And
Hi,
Daphne,
Jason.
Talking about you.
and Daphne, you're petty as fuck for texting Jason and telling him that we were calling him petty. Finish the story.
So anyway, so I was like, so why exactly did the dicks that you wanted to be offensive end up being like black dicks? oh, why are you making it a racial thing? I'm like, but you made it a racial thing. You said you brought black dicks and you send them to people because you know that they're going to be the most offensive.
You just said dicks.
You could just say, I have these big dicks and I send them to other men. But you said, I have these big black dicks. And you're like, oh, you make everything
She
a
got
racial.
the BBCs is what she's saying. That's all.
The British Broadcast Channel.
So is me saying
BBC.
something to her and then being like, okay, you're stupid. And then I block you. Is that petty?
No, I don't think. I mean, yeah, I think it's.
I feel like I'm like a Facebook vigilante.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Sometimes
I think that
stupid
young
people
lady,
need to know that they're stupid.
I think that's
that young
justified.
lady is
I think
very
that's
petty.
justified.
Right?
Yeah.
That young lady is very petty for
Super
sending
petty.
black dicks to dudes who send her dick pics. Like,
Big
you ain't gotta
black
be an
dicks.
asshole like that.
But isn't DM? So I think DM shaming is a form of petty.
DM shaming.
What does that mean?
DM shaming. And so if a dude or a woman sliding your DM who isn't in there talking to themselves,
and then they post a Facebook
post a
screenshot. Yeah, I
screenshot
think that's petty.
but that's petty.
Yeah,
So this form
I
of
think it's
social media.
Screenshotting shit
That's a social media
and
form of
sharing
petty.
that shit is petty.
I
for
think
sure.
that's
Yeah,
that
you're
is
being
definitely a social media.
And I have
It's like-
definitely done that shit. Which means
57% right there.
No, it was 52. 52%.
Okay, so also Jason wants you to know that Daphne wasn't the one who told him.
Oh.
Sure. Doesn't matter.
Anyway.
All right, man.
I
was
got
fun.
one more question.
Okay,
last
what?
one.
Final
What?
question.
Okay.
Final question.
So if y'all still here, listen.
Oh, they still here. We got 12 motherfucking people up here.
Who is more petty,
Okay.
men or women?
Women.
Definitely men.
Women.
And here we go.
Women.
And
It's
here
definitely
women.
Okay, you start.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
Anytime someone says, here's the thing, they come with some bullshit. Go ahead.
Is that true?
No, it's not, but go ahead.
I like it.
Wait a second.
Okay.
See?
Okay,
Two for women in the comments.
We got women and we have men. Okay, there's 12 people who we have listening on Facebook, or is it everywhere?
That's everywhere right at the moment.
Please comment what you feel like. We only had
Men or
3
women?
responses.
Who's more
before.
petty?
Men or women?
And
Who is more petty?
give us a little bit of a reason.
Women. Why women?
Yeah.
Well, the only reason that I would say women is that y'all not gonna like what I'm getting ready to say. I feel like women are more intelligent than men.
Whoa.
On a
What? Whoa. What do you mean?
intellectually.
That is sexist. I
Now,
am sexist.
It could, and so,
Yes,
and I
sexist.
think that being petty requires a certain level of intellectualism. I think
You got to be smart to be petty.
Women bring up shit from 4 months ago that you be arguing with. Can we argue about what happened right now, today? What, 4 months ago? Remember when you did this?
they have
Remember
good, women have
Chris
good
Rock
memories.
said it. They be saving up shit to argue about. like they can argue about it in a moment, but instead they're going like, I'm gonna get this on
Women are
next
more
week.
petty than men. The men ain't really trying to be petty. Most men that are being petty in a relationship are just insecure dudes. Most dudes want to fix a problem and move on. Like we don't want to dwell in it, So I
would
absolutely
say-
feel like
I would
women are more
say-
petty.
Women, I think, are often more naturally petty in relationships, but I think men can be pushed to ridiculous levels of pettiness. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, for sure.
Like I don't feel like I'm naturally petty in my relationship, but if you gonna fuck with me all day, all right, well fuck it. We being petty today.
I think stalking is petty and it's also dangerous. But anyway, all right. So yeah,
What the fuck? We just
Stalking is some petty
Okay.
shit.
stalking is some petty shit.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Dana says something. Who's Dana?
Jay, remember when a chick posted a pic of herself? Oh yes.
Tell me.
Jay,
Continue.
remember when a chick posted a pic of herself in bed with a dude and told another girl in the group that she fucked the same dude the same night and posted a picture to show it? I absolutely remember
This
that.
was in the whitelist.
Years ago, back in like 2019. Someone who shall remain nameless. That was definitely petty. But it was also supposed to be someone who she was supposed to be friends with.
See, women are more petty because we're smarter, we remember more, and we have more of a need to feel vindication.
Listen,
Passive or aggressive.
all I care about is the first part where you said women are more petty.
No,
Everything else,
because
right?
we are smarter.
Men are more passive
Now,
aggressive.
if
That is absolutely true because
Really?
men don't tap into their emotions
Now-
or feel comfortable
now-
feeling their emotions. So, whereas I am a person who does not like to be discomforted at all, and I'm gonna let you know immediately and quickly that I am not in a good place.
If President Joe Biden got on his podium and said, I will not choose another woman to be vice president because y'all are too emotional, how would that make y'all feel?
there's no too emotional, right? Because I think
women are emotional beings.
women are absolutely emotional beings.
They
But I
can,
think
right.
that the reason why we're so good at what we do in all things is because we can tap into our emotions and feel them fully and then act. Like, there's nothing good about suppressing your emotions and then going to, like, it's almost like, have you ever, this is going to be a little bit graphic. Have you ever like had a really big meeting or a real big thing that was going to happen for you? And you're like, you know what? I need to fucking bust off before I do this thing.
For sure.
That is your way of getting your emotions out before you go into a situation.
For sure.
And they can't do that.
We can't do that. Well, I mean, I actually could, and I have, but
Does it actually work
Absolutely
like that?
it's not the same.
It's not the
It's
same.
a
Yeah,
different. It's a
You
different
still,
level.
they still bottled up a little bit somehow.
No.
We done.
No, you're not done. Actually,
Not done.
you've replaced a real human emotion feeling
Right.
Yeah.
with expressing a physical need.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is that we can work through the emotions
Right.
to get on the other side of solving a problem.
I think that's a good podcast topic. Who's more intelligent, women or
Oh,
men?
It's
Lord.
100% women, and I need another woman in here
I
if we're
think
going to
Let's
do that.
it. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
let's do it. All right, man. Well, it's a great topic. We got to keep moving
So wait,
on.
you feel like women are more petty then?
I agree. I switched my count.
Okay, I was gonna say.
changed.
Okay.
Yeah, women are
more petty.
Yeah.
Women are more petty.
I'm fine.
Women are more
I'm
petty.
fine with that.
So you switched up. That's
I
petty.
Yeah,
switched.
that's
That's petty.
petty.
That you switched. It's petty.
She trying to sneak it in like she
It's
didn't
fine,
disagree.
it's fine.
Hey, let's get to the final segment that we call method lessons.
Reading is fundamental. Now let's get on with this school thing. You teach.
So this is a segment where we talk about something that we learned recently, probably like in the last within the last week or so.
Okay. Who's going first?
I can go
The
first.
birthday boy is going to go
And
first.
Method heads, we want to know what you learned this week
Switch back to our
as
comments
well.
for me, please.
Let us know what you have learned this week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. Hit the
Yeah, join
subscribe button.
us.
Hit the like
like,
button.
share,
Follow.
all of that shit. All
We
of that
can't
shit.
grow without y'all. All right, let's go.
So I have a word this week.
What's the word?
It goes
Word. Word is the word.
It's called enmity.
Can I see?
Enmity. Ain't that how you say
How's it
En-
pronounced? What is
Enmity.
what does Gigo
I just
say?
said it. It won't play.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it will. It said okay. So enmity, enmity. The state.
Hold on, spell it
or
again. What was it?
enmity.
Okay.
The state or feeling of being actively opposed or hostile to someone or something.
I don't know if I can say it.
Enmity.
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 No.
Mati.
Madi. That's a
Madi.
D. That's a D in the
Enmity.
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 Okay, gotcha.
Like
Enmity.
kind of like enemy, but okay. So the state or feeling of being actively opposed or hostile to someone or something.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Decades of enmity
spelling bee.
between the two countries.
So say it again.
Decades of enmity between the two countries. So like kind of like I guess like a war type.
So where did you
situation.
learn this word?
I don't know.
Oh.
I probably should have wrote that
Because
down.
he was in a state of enmity.
Enmity.
But it kind of plays
Okay.
into the petty role. If you're in a state of enmity with somebody, then you're probably gonna be petty towards that person.
For sure.
Like you're definitely
for
petty
sure.
towards your enemies. It's almost automatic.
Yeah.
So
And
that's-
I'd never heard that word before. So
there you
that's
go.
new.
See, this is what I do. I'm a
Enmity.
teacher.
Enmity.
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 Enmity. All right. I like words. I'm a word
All
guy.
I'm going to go next.
Okay.
Mine is very simple.
All right. What is it?
One thing I learned this week is my
That
son.
women are petty.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
I did switch my tone on that, but because you know why? Because I am able to change how I feel based on new information.
Nice.
We
Right?
like, that's a
I
good.
like
I
That's
get
a good
new
like
quality.
that.
information,
That's a
and
good
then I
quality.
can
I like that.
assess, and I can change
'Cause
my
there are a lot-
opinion
'cause
based on new information.
We like that quality
Because women are so intelligent.
We are, and more intelligent than men.
Whoa.
But my my thing is really small, but it is my son is student of the month.
Hey.
Oh, congratulations. Hold on. Let me get a hand clap for that. I got to find a hand clap. Is that called spirit cheer hands? Oh, cheer
This
clap?
is how you do applause for people who are hearing impaired.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right on.
So yeah, I'm very happy about that. this is he's only in first grade, but he got it April of last year for student of the month, and he got student of the month in March this year.
So how did he feel about being student of the month? Did he come home like, hey mommy, I got you?
Nope. Just completely like there was like a letter and stuff in his backpack and stuff like that. So he's very like understated about it. But one thing he was a little bit upset about is they have this thing called the morning show. They have like a media center, and everyone who's student of the month gets to be on the morning show. And he goes to the media center, and the librarian or the media teacher was basically, he thought that Langston was there for like running an errand as a messenger. He didn't realize that he was going to be on the morning show. So Langston was like, mommy, I didn't get to be on the morning show. They thought I was a messenger. They didn't know it. And so he was a little upset about not being able to be recognized. But anyway, I was happy. Good. He's a sweet boy. He's a smart boy, and he is a kind boy. And so that makes me very happy.
So what you
I'm gonna can I pass my thing I learned, because Dana put up there that peeps are going to be exposed on Hulu soon because of the Freaknik documentary.
That is true. That is true.
So, okay, funny. Go ahead.
All right. So last thing I learned this week, or I say
get your affairs in order.
So I recently purchased a book that I'm really into self-help. At one point, I was reading a lot of self-help books years ago, and this is the first self-help book I bought in probably 2 years. It's called "How Am I Doing? 40 Conversations to Have with Yourself" by Dr. Corey Yeager. I'm saying
Yeager, man.
Yeager,
gotta be Yeager.
I think it's Yeager. It's a black author.
It's like Yeager.
And so one of the questions I came across earlier today was, what are your non-negotiables? And I thought this paragraph was really good to say non-negotiable has a finality to it, or at least a severity, but there can be flexibility in this space too. It can transition and shift based on a new life experience. Maybe something you always thought was a non-negotiable turns out not to be. But having them helps when you encounter someone and see what their limits are, so you know where yours are. Establishing non-negotiables is about setting the rules and making them clear. So there's an awareness piece with yourself, and then there's the communication piece when it comes to other people. And so that's something that I had relearned this week, because a lot of times we've been talking about like petty shit, like things that we cut people off so quickly, and so it's important to remember that our non-negotiables can often change, right?
Yes. Yes. And they should. They should. Based on new information. Yeah.
So my question to the method heads and to the table is, I think I wrote, let me get it right. I'll be doing my notes. Come on now. It's super.
Just trying to read your face, so look at the camera.
I know, but the camera's over there though.
I'm gonna just do something.
So what is a non-negotiable for you that maybe once was? Because maybe it changed, right? So now
it's a non-negotiable now, but it maybe changed.
It wasn't in the past, but now it is. What's a non-negotiable?
Like in relationships, you mean, or like how you handle?
Let's focus on relationships. Let's focus on relationships, or just dating in general, right? So I'll go first since it's my question. Give you all time to think. So for me, a non-negotiable currently is like passive aggressive communication, right? Like in the past, I felt like that was something that I could deal with and learn how to work around, right? But I'm at a place where if it's going to take you 5 days or 4 days to communicate how you're feeling about something I did in the past, it's going to be a problem for me. And I'm not saying people have to talk about the issue immediately, because I understand people need time to process shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But taking days to, I'm such a live in the moment, live in the present type of person.
Yep.
That passive aggressive communication is almost always going to trigger me. And so it's a non-negotiable. Not saying that you can't have your days where we're not perfect.
Right.
Some days we're just not going to feel like talking about stuff.
Yep.
I get that. But it can't be your always pattern. It
Passive
can't be.
aggression.
Yeah, it can't be your always go-to. You can't always wait days. So that for me, in a nutshell.
So you don't like them petty, is what you're saying.
Say what?
Because passive aggression is some petty shit.
I think it is petty.
Yeah.
But that's just me. So what's something that's maybe a non-negotiable for you today that wasn't something a while ago?
Okay, so I wrote this down. Since
On
you
his
say I don't be taking
notepad.
notes. Yeah, I wrote this down with my hands. Okay. This is handmade notes. Okay. We don't have to go to sleep happy. Because a lot of people be like, I don't want to go to sleep without us figuring out what the fuck is going on. We don't gotta go to sleep happy, but do not fight me after 9 p.m. Because I'm going to sleep either way. Like, this is over. Whatever it is, we'll deal with it tomorrow. I'm not fighting you into the evening. And if it don't get resolved, it don't get resolved. But I gotta fucking sleep. And you deal with a situation where that doesn't happen, you realize how much you fucking need it.
Yeah.
So that's a non-negotiable.
So in the past, you used to deal with it after 9 o'clock.
I mean, what can you
open
do?
to it.
If you live with somebody and they want to fight after 9, you fighting after 9. You're not going to sleep.
Yeah.
So, and that's a bad fight.
But now you're like, no, look, we're not doing it.
Mm-mm.
Talk to me in the morning.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Ebony Fire.
Physical violence. I don't ever want to feel physically threatened in the space that I'm in with my partner. And that isn't, putting your hands on me is a non-negotiable. I would never put my hands in an aggressive manner on my partner. My physical safety is very, very important to me. It's one of the things that I have a big issue with, even with my son, because kids like to slap and hit and play and do all these different types of things, and it triggers me in a very strong way. So for me, it's my physical safety. So anything that infringes upon my physical safety, like super aggressive behaviors or super aggressive language, where I feel like, you're not in control. Cursing is okay. Like, we can curse. I'm not a big arguer.
Like, at me,
right?
Some kind of way.
Yes, and it feels, and then there's how you turn when you're turning a curve and you're aggressive and mad with someone. Like, I have experienced people being enraged and how unsafe that feels for me. So for me, my physical safety is very, very important.
Voice privacy contents have been updated.
What's happening here?
Nothing.
Okay. So yeah, my physical safety is very important for me. So for me, a non-negotiable is anything that infringes upon my physical safety.
I got you. And at one point in your previous earlier
it wasn't
years,
as important.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it wasn't as
Gotcha.
important. It's just things evolve.
For sure.
Yeah,
For
and
sure.
then you see people, I've seen people in my physical presence who I love and care about, me trying to get in between them and all that kind of stuff. And I remember this conversation with my mom. My mother's like, don't get in the middle of anybody who's in the middle of an enraged, because you're not yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Once you get into that kind of situation. So I'm I didn't think it was that big of a deal before. But then when you see some shit escalate like that, you're like, oh, okay, no.
Yeah.
So
I'll be watching fight videos on Twitter. And you can't stop them motherfuckers.
You can't.
When they be going, that shit is going.
You're in a different headspace at that point,
you
right?
just gonna go in there and just get caught up in the fight.
Yep.
Now you hit, nigga.
Now you win it. Now you gotta fight back. And you gotta throw
Now
punches.
you gotta defend yourself.
Ooh, that's
All
a
right,
good one. I
man.
think Facebook user who we don't know is, I need people who love peace. I love that.
People who don't understand or cover peace are not allowed in my life. I'm with you 100%.
Amen.
Your
Amen.
you gotta desire peace.
Yes.
Because if you don't desire peace, you bring in war.
For sure. Hey, it's been a great episode, man. We appreciate all of y'all who participated
Dana,
in this
thanks for
topic,
joining
this conversation
us.
for episode 6 of season 4.
We'll be back next week.
Next week, what we talking about? Are we doing the deaf talk?
Is
Talking
that
about
next
Death
week?
I think it's next week.
That's
We're
next week.
Damn, this is
That's your
episode.
last week.
Is this episode 3?
No, next
No,
week
wait.
is 3.
No, episode 3.
That's right. We got 2 more. We got 2 more.
This is episode 2, right?
Yeah.
This is 2.
Okay.
2 more.
So death was supposed to be the last one.
Okay, so I'm not sure what's next week. I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We got to plan it out. I just don't remember. Hey, remember, hit that share button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you, Dana.
So they say that the liquor make you talk quicker.
Mm-hmm.
We say M is for
Mostly.
E is for everybody.
Everyone.
T is for talking. H is for
Honestly.
O is for
Over.
and D is for drinks.
Penis.
Penis.
Trust the method, man. Until next week. Holla.
Bye. Thank you for coming.
So that was wild. And that was just a taste. We do this every week. Just check out last week's episode.
He's right. That was wild. And you can catch last week's episode the video episode on Spotify. All the audio, Apple Podcasts.